guys, what be up? I know not the usual screen to start in, but yeah, how's everyone doing? We're gonna start out a little bit different tonight. Yes, this has to do with the Tonka Saw thing, as I did speak with Tim Loy about the situation myself. Okay, so to get to the meat of the thing, so everybody knows pretty much at this point what happened with Tonka Saw and what is pretty much going down in regards to him being an actual fighter, him doing a lot of fraudulent behavior. So I had heard that the fight got canceled a few days ago, and something got released by AIU speaking with Tim Loy. I had seen Andy's streams, I saw a little bit of the Kumite streams, I saw just a bunch of stuff coming out, and when AIU released his screenshot, people started to call it fake. Now, because I was able to tell what platform it was off of right away, it was on Facebook, and it had the name exposed, and it had the profile pic exposed. So I decided to go digging for myself to see if this had been put together or whatnot. And so I'm not going to show it on screen, but I'm going to read it, and then I need to turn up the desktop audio because he did start to leave me voice DMs. So I do have it pulled up here. But yeah, it was a small conversation. Didn't want to bug the guy too much. But there's some stuff we're going to be talking about because I'm getting accused of some garbo, which I didn't do, by the way. I do have the name of the person who did stream the Discord, and it's not a sock account of mine. Okay. It's taking some time to load. Okay, so here's the beginning. Like I said, I wanted to confirm whether or not AIU's screenshot was legitimate. So I actually went and found him on Facebook myself, and pretty much here we go. Greetings, I'm sorry to bother you, but I just need a verification that you spoke with someone named AIU or Atheum is Unstoppable. And I sent the link to the image because it was put on Imgur, or Imgur, however you pronounce that website. And I showed him, like, hey, is this your conversation? Is this fake? Is this real? Whatever. And so I put, forgive me for bothering you, as I'm called the chambers of my heart. I'm so sorry you've had to deal with this trash fire, man. And he goes, yeah, that's me. And yes, trash fire is a flattering way of naming it. Laughing emoji. So I put, so in short, Tonka never turned in any legal documentation to you under his fake name, which I assumed to be Robbie Vio, because that was his stage name. So I made an assumption. And then put in the name change to Robbie Pilkington, correct. So I'm just, because of the stuff that was already coming out, I was kind of spitballing. I was like, okay. And I'm like, forgive my pride, but I saw the screenshot and went, whoa, people are calling it fake. If you can't give out any name info due to privacy, private policy, I completely understand. I don't want to get you into trouble. So it's like, if you can't give any names, that's fine. I just want yes or no. And he goes, that is not the name he gave for his contact, but you are correct in inferring that we have no legal documentation tying together the name he signed his contract with us versus the name on his medicals. And I went, oh boy. So he goes, yeah, big old mess, haha. And then I put, so something different from Robbie Vio, and he goes, yes, sir. A name he was going to have his legal name changed to, allegedly. And I went, LOL. So, and then he goes, end of the day, we are a state-sanctioned event, and they are not going to allow anyone to compete under a assumed name. So meaning, you have to have all the documentation. You have to have your legal name on freaking everything. So, why would he use a fake name from the get-go? And he goes, great question. Now, if you do recall all the, the streams and stuff coming out, he signed the contract 6 weeks ago with a fake name. That was done on purpose. That had nothing to do with his mother getting called. That had nothing to do with things. He signed it on purpose. It was done on purpose. Had nothing to do with his mother being called. Okay, so, and then I put, he's been through a few fights himself and knows the process because Tonka has talked about his wrestling career and whatnot. We've seen the videos, which I don't know anything about wrestling. I don't know anything about MMA. I just know wrestling is different from MMA. MMA is mixed martial arts, and wrestling is for the most part fake. That's all I know about it. Never been a fan of it. He goes, 35 other fighters went through it the right way. So, and I put, okay, I was just given a name. Oh, no, that was something stupid. And I gave him a name that was being passed around, and he goes, no, I never said that. Okay, and then I go, not you, it's just being passed around the Discord of the Kumite. So people were throwing around a name. I heard whispers of a name being passed around, and so I was like, okay, I'll feed it him, see what he thinks. Either way, did you receive medical paperwork from Tonka on the 12th or not at all? And he goes, I did get his medicals on the 14th. However, they were not under the name he signed to compete under. The Athletic Commission locks the card a week out. So pretty much, as we've already instated, is that everything was supposed to be turned in by the 12th, and then the extension was brought to the 14th. And everything, including Andy, got everything in by the 14th, which is the end of the extension. But because the name change, or the second name, if you will, it fucked over a lot of stuff. So they see the whole name change as a substitution, and this is not allowed. So because, what Tim is saying here, because there are two names now involved, one underneath the contract and a different one that has the medicals, the state commission sees that as two different people trying to do the same fight, substitution. And I went, okay, did you know that Tonka signed under a fake name then, or did you learn of it on the 14th? And he goes, I found out when I looked at his medicals and asked why it had a different name on the 14th. And so I put, so then because the 1 week lock, you couldn't see or didn't see the actual signed contract. And he goes, I made the contract myself. So he wrote up everything or whatnot. And I put, again, forgive me for bothering you, because this guy's been like hit up by a lot of people. And he goes, I just assumed the name given was his legal name, because why wouldn't I? So Tim didn't check the contract, because he assumed, like every other fighter that had come through that he had promoted, had signed with his legal or their legal name. So he assumed the same of Tonka. And I put, you made it yourself, but you did not see the signed version on the 14th. And I put, of course, I thought so. And he goes, he signed it as the assumed name, and then medical show a different name 6 weeks later. So that was done on purpose. This had nothing to do with the name changes, had nothing to do. Why would you sit on something for 6 freaking weeks? 6 weeks, these contracts. Let me point something out that no one else is talking about, because I know AP kind of covered this, where he ran a service where you could get your name changed in 8 hours. Okay, I've been through a name change. I got married, had my last name changed, and I had to, granted this was during the last government shutdown, or the two prior, because we've had a couple of them over the past few years. I've been married for about 6 years this upcoming September. So I got married in 2013. We had one around there. When I went and got my name changed, I had to go to the courthouse to get the license, got married or whatever, and then I had to go screw with Social Security. But because of the government shutdown, I could not get a flippin' Social Security card. And it takes 2 to 3 weeks just to get a new Social Security card mailed out. We are in a government shutdown since December 21st, if I'm not mistaken, 2018. We are still in the government shutdown. So a lot of services are closed down. Homeland Security, Social Security, the FDA that like inspects all of our food and shit. We're in a government shutdown. There's no way in fuck Tonka Saul could have gotten his name changed, nor even filed for one. Now, it does depend on the state, because like what I was able to do, I was lucky they gave this to me and the DMV took this. I had to get a piece of paper saying, hey, I had my new married name attached to my Social Security card, and I had to ask the office for something. It's like, hey, can you give me this, because we're in a government shutdown and I know you guys can't give me my Social Security card, but I need something for the DMV. My DMV thankfully took it. So, but I don't know how each DMV is state to state. Some DMVs are very particular. Some are a little bit more laid back. But again, we are in a government shutdown. They are not going to mail out a Social Security card right now, not until the government reopens. So I remember getting into a discussion with one lady, and her Social Security office told her that they would mail it out as soon as it reopened. My Social Security office told me that they're not going to mail out shit, that I'm going to have to come back and reapply or come back and get it. So it's just like, but yeah, that's a perfect example of this already being bunked. No one else has brought up the government shutdown. I've had to go through a name change during a government shutdown. I did not get all of my shit. I couldn't. Still don't have all my shit. So he said 6 weeks later, and I went, very suspicious. And he goes, so when I submit the lineup to the state, which locks last Friday, and then I say, hold on, this guy is actually named blank, that don't fly. So I went last Friday as in the 11th, I completely understand. And he goes, yes. Okay, did Andy have everything turned in by then? Yes, he needed the extension until Monday, but he did get it in. So like I said, both Tonka and Andy needed the extension until the 14th, and then everything did get turned in on the 14th. Monday as in the 14th. So you need documentation to prove the legal name or the name change of the name presented on the medical documents, correct? Yes. Even though it's not an actual name change, but because the medical documents show a different name, there must be proof of that name change. And he goes, yes, correct. And I went, wow, this was done on purpose. Because it was. Why would you sign something 6 weeks ago, before the government shut down? Because the government didn't shut down until December 21st, mind you. Why would you sign your name, a fake name, whatever it was, on the contract, sit on this crap for 6 weeks, and then go, oh, well, I'm changing my name now? No. People put as Tonka being that stupid. No, that is a purposeful hurdle that got thrown. No, I don't think he's that dumb. I really don't. Let's see, I went, wow, this was done on purpose. There's no way this was a misstep on his end. So did you receive any other legal documents with the same name of the medical records? Now let me make sure my desktop audio is up, because these are now voice DMs that he is sending me. So I'm going to play one to let me know if you guys can hear this, okay?
Think of it like this. I submit the lineup into the state of Tennessee. They approve the fights. They say, your fight card locks 1 week before the event, which is Friday the 11th, at the end of the business day. That is the date that I set for them to have their medicals in as the deadline. When I saw that neither guy was going to be able to get their medicals in on time, I was able to get an extension through Monday. However, that still didn't allow me to change the fight. I couldn't change the fight. I could just I could get the medicals in on Monday, but I couldn't change who was in the fight. So now Monday comes and it's a different name, and I say, look, this guy here is actually this guy. And they're going to be like, no, you can't change the card because it's the week of the fight. And I say, okay, well, this the same person. He's just changed his name. And they're going to be like, prove it.
Okay, and then he puts after that an ID card, and I put a driver's license? Okay then. And he goes, not a driver's license. And then I put state ID. So, and then he sends more voice DMs.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like a state ID. It may be federal ID. I think it's state ID.
Okay, so for those of you who do not know what a federal ID is, I actually looked it up. An ID that is federal compliant but not state. So when your ID does not meet the both federal and state requirements, or is not compliant, you do have restrictions. So the fact that a state ID was turned in, or even a federal one, it does indicate, because I know Tonka was talking about how he drove like a Mercedes-Benz, whatever. It does imply that he's not able to drive, because the reason why I say that is because if you have a driver's license, I have both. Actually, I have all three different IDs. I have a FOID card, which is the license to purchase and sell firearms. I have a state ID, and then I have a driver's license. So usually when you're handing in ID, they're going to want your driver's license right from the get-go, because a lot of places check your background driving and things like that. And I know that this is for a fight, but once again, that does imply that Tonka does not drive, and so, because he kept bragging about this car he had. So it's just like, oh, Okay, but yeah, like I said, here's another voice DM. It was a state ID or federal ID.
But ultimately, I do believe that the name on the medicals is him. I don't think he's falsified his medicals. I do think that's him. I think that if he just told me his real name to begin with, then we would be fine.
Exactly. No hurdle to go over. All the ducks would be in the road right away. And something too, because something else came up. And for those of you who do not know what it was, there was a screenshot of Andy, quote unquote, Andy, talking about a bomb threat, how Zoom was going to call one into the arena. And the screenshot was bunk. It was garbo. So we've seen Andy release videos. There's a screenshot going around released by Harmful Opinions, or Tim Limbo as he's known on Twitter, of Andy actually being in shape. He has some bulk on his arms. We have never seen anything of Tonka. Tonka's face is already out there. No, I'm not going to show anything with his face. I'm not going to do anything like that. But his face, he is already out there, so it doesn't make any sense to keep yourself in a box, if you will. We haven't seen anything from Tonka in regards to workout regimens, or anything like that. I know that there was a kumite just about every day. But Andy's been posting stuff. He's been showing that he's working on Tonka and notes so much. Why would you keep your face hidden if your stuff is already out there? Remember, he got doxxed. I believe it was by, it was either by Destiny, it was by another fellow when the Destiny crap broke out, when Destiny had his first Twitter terminated. So he had already gotten doxxed. His face was already plastered everywhere. People went and found the wrestling videos. And again, no, I'm not going to show any of that. Just, I'm pissed. They can go fuck themselves, but I'm not that much of an asshole. But it was already out there, so why wouldn't you show pictures or something of you showing your dedication to the fight? Andy did. Now, let me reiterate my point of view. I thought that fight was fucking stupid. I thought it was two guys having a slap fight. I never was for the fight. I knew it was going to be a fucking burnout. I've been saying it on my channel for a while now, ever since that stupid thing started up. So I'm not on anyone's side, but from the stuff that's been coming out, yeah, this shit was all done on purpose. I don't know if this was... Anyway, let's continue, because there's a little bit more. I put, yeah, I agree. I'm going to assume everything was either under Tonkasa or Robbie Villa. Again, I have no idea what name he used. And then there's another voice DM. Oh.
Nah, it's neither one of those. The thing is honestly, though, I feel like that Andy's contract should say who he was fighting against, which would have been that name.
And so I put, so Andy's version had the fake name on it too then. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, when I drew the contracts up, I didn't know it was a fake name. Again, why would I assume that it's nobody has ever given me a fake name, to draw contracts up. So in the contracts, it says the name of the fighter and who they're contracted to fight against. And this is completely out of my wheelhouse, man. I don't follow this shit. I don't keep up with this drama. I've got enough drama in the MMA world with legitimate fighters, and it's, all this, to me, all I could do is take these guys at their word. They both got stage names, screen names, whatever you want to call it. They tell me that their name is such and such. I have to imagine that they're telling me the truth.
So, as he mentioned before, he has processed 35 fighters before. All did everything correct without issue. Tonka Sauce, his first one he's ever had to deal with. He's never had to deal with any of this garbage. So I understand. And yeah, it's a proper trash fire, man. Stay away, LOL.
Yeah, this is a real good lesson learned for me. I'll stay in my lane from now on.
And I put, well, it's not that. Booking fights between YouTubers will always be this way. Because it is. This is, especially the sphere of YouTube, never do this again. If you are a fighting person, Tara, Larissa, if you guys ever see this, never do this fucking shit ever again. Run away. I'm not kidding. Do not do it. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Let's see. Brah, the levels of gay Discord ops is real. Not to mention that small trash fires.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it as an opportunity to kind of spread our brand out a little bit more. Obviously, there's a lot of subscribers and whatnot out there that aren't familiar with what we do, so we saw it as a good opportunity there.
Okay. Oh, somebody's all... Where am I? I got people in there. Okay. Oh, okay, so here's the other person. Hey, Panda, type in the main hall if you're in there. Because I don't just want to throw you on... Oh, here's Thrax. Hi, Thrax. You and your fucking pedo shit. Okay. I already played that one. I get it. I feel bad for Tara because she encouraged this shit, and she did too. Tonka Saw was never pressured by La Rosa. She saw that Andy and Tonka wanted to fight each other, so she's like, okay, I'll sign you guys up. And he goes, yeah, no doubt. LOL. I went, sigh. Well, I'll let you get back to your life. I know you're supposed to talk to Andy Worski here soon. I wish you the best of luck. And he goes, haha, all good, man. Just did. Oh. And he goes, thanks for trying to push the event. Anyway, yeah, it was cool. And I went, yeah, I'm glad. Well, here's to hoping you have a peaceful evening. Much appreciated. And then I felt bad because some things started to come up, so I started to poke him again. I'm like, hey, hang on, one more thing. Was there an actual sabotage clause added? Last question. My bad. Come on.
There was another agreement drawn up that we never got to because everything just fell apart there Monday. That we were going to insist both parties sign because there were threats of bomb threats and just a bunch of fucking nonsense that could damage the show.
Like I said, whoever created that bomb threat, that screenshot, you're an idiot. There's been people on both sides stirring shit. And the sabotage clause, because Tonka kept going on how Andy refused to sign it, that contract never officially got made because of the name thing and because of the freaking garbage going on. No, because you kept trying to tell people, oh, well, Andy refused to sign the contract, Andy refused to sign the second contract. It never got put out the fucking sign by Tim's own words. It fell through. Quit telling people that. Andy has done everything he has. You fucked this shit up on purpose, man. Anyway, let's continue. So the contract never went through due to the fake name then. So no one was made to sign the new one due to complication of the name. Good to know. Okay, buggering off. And he goes, haha, yes, sir. I get everybody assumes I'm a freaking guy because of my logo. I don't freaking know. Also, was the fake name used on the new contract? He goes, the sabotage one? Yes. So, we have the fake name still transferring over to the sabotage one that fell through, that no one was made to sign because of the name. Anyway, yes, it was made before we knew the other. So they went ahead and drew up the sabotage one, the second contract, before anybody found out about the two different names. And I went, how long ago was the sabotage contract made? And did Andy, because this was another claim, so I went and go asked him, and did Andy make so many demands in regards to not using knees, elbows, face shots, etc.? And I went, God forgive me, LOL. And he goes, that was made last Friday. And he goes, no, he didn't. As it was explained, and I believe it was the interview with Nick going over to the contract, there's certain rules for different levels of fighters. Novice was not allowed to use, if I remember correctly, knee to the head, kicking the shins. There was two rules that stuck out because these are their two rules, and I'm sure there's a third one. These are the two rules that Tonka kept saying that Andy asked for. Andy didn't ask for shit. He didn't ask for any special commendation. Tim just said so. I'm reading exactly what Tim just said to me. You guys are hearing the voice DMs. Andy didn't ask for crap in regards to what moves to be barred. So, anyway. And I went, as in the 4th or the 11th? The 11th. Okay, thank you. Go in peace. So, and then he puts like a voice DM Shit.
Honestly wasn't sure if either guy was going to get their blood work in on time, so we weren't going to put that out until both guys had turned it in, and then we saw the names didn't match.
So the new contract didn't even matter. Nor was put out due to the name situation. Nobody was made to sign the second contract. Awesome. And then he puts in another voice DM.
Exactly. I let them know that it was coming, that they were going to both be expected to sign it, but it never actually went out because the name situation just pretty much, got everything all snookered.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to know, and I didn't want to be I was digging, I kind of want to be quiet about it for a little bit. I'm like, hey, did you mention me to Andy? I didn't. You're one of many, so this man has been bothered by very many people. I went, oh, damn, I'm sorry. And he goes, big mess. I'm like, oh, very big mess. And then he puts, there's just a little bit more to go to. There's another voice DM here.
If I didn't know better, I'd think that I was being pranked, or maybe I was on some kind of hidden camera show.
I'm like, yeah, it's not a prank. So many people are pissed. It's not your fault. But Tonka's, a lot of people saw this trash fire coming. And it is Tonka's fault. It's not 20%. It's not freaking Andy's. It's not Tim. The name thing was on fucking purpose. Again, why do you sit on a fake name 6 weeks and then you suddenly do a name change because your mother? No. Changing your name is not going to protect your mom. Changing your name ain't going to do fucking shit. They already have her info and her phone number, dude. It's bunk. It doesn't make any sense. They already have her info. Why would changing your name do anything for her? It wouldn't.
Oh yeah, we bought the insurance policy on the fight already. We paid for the hotel already. There's expense. We paid graphic design artists to make posters and do boosted posts and things like that. We definitely are in it. We'll take it on the nose here.
So they paid for the hotel, they paid for all their stuff, they paid to get everything set up. Now, I know that there was indication on how Tonka thought Tim was paying for the hotel. No. And also, because something else brought up too. Anybody who travels, flying, bus, driving, whatever, and you have to stay in a hotel, you have to book that shit weeks in advance. And not to mention, depending if it's a convention, because this was a big event, you do have to book your room, maybe I'd say 2 weeks in advance. And you would have an email, you would have a notification as to what your room number is, information as to how you would check in, what time check-in was. I have traveled around a lot and have spent time in a lot of hotels because of my traveling. So, him saying, oh, well, I was going to find out the day I was going to go there. No, that doesn't make any fucking sense either. The excuse does not fly. Let's see, a lot of people saw this coming. I already saw that. I'm like, yeah, I saw the posters and such. I'm sorry you had to deal with this. All good, man. I'll learn. LOL. Hey, just a heads up. People are trying to say you gave different answers to Andy than you did Tonka about the sabotage contract. Just FYI. And he goes, meh, I got receipts. I've done everything I said I would do. I don't owe anyone anything explanation-wise from here. So he has, spoken with several people. I know Zoom keeps calling him, so he has answered a lot of people's questions. So this is why I dug, because people started to call AIU stuff fake. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go dig, and I'm now pissed. Donka, you're full of shit. Anyway, hey, Panda, how have you been enjoying the bonfire? Oh my god.
This has been absolutely fucking hilarious to watch. I'm so happy.
As more and more stuff came out, I watched a little bit of Cog Stream with Failure. I've been watching the Ralph Retort. I've been watching Andy. I've been looking at the Twitter statuses. It's just how do you fuck up this bad? Well, it's not even a fuck up. This was a blatant action. Many series of actions, mind you, that is now just coming to light. Did you know that with Failure, he got paid in EBT cards, food stamp cards? He was fucking talking about that on Cog Stream.
So, Failure, Tonka's supposed friend, whom Tonka has used as an excuse multiple times going after Andy. Oh, you took money from Failure, da-da-da. Was being paid with food stamps?
That's what was said on that stream. So, but it's just,
This really activates my almonds.
It's very much bullshit. It's very much, Panda's up and ready. Okay. And then Thrax, because I don't know if you're still here. Okay, let me get this sorted out now. I have the name of who actually streamed that Discord. It's not me. Because when people... I can't remember where I was at, but Andy had a stream, and I apparently was named. And the stream, oh, that's where I was. I was watching the new DBZ Broly movie. But anyway, so I was out, and another stream happened to where I was named for screenshots, and that Andy has a video of people saying how much they hate me, which I'm becoming a boogeyman, Panda. So, anyway, I'm being told that I'm being accused of leaking a Discord invite link, which I never had the freaking authority to do. And just to clear up, Vamp is not the one accusing me. She knew about the screenshots. So that's the only thing I've done is the fucking screenshots. But here's Thrax, because I'm kind of getting excited. I'm laughing because this is just the major fucking spur gout, considering what had happened the prior night. So, because he posted a screenshot, and he asked, did you leak the Discord? Go ahead.
If I may interject just a second, how does Vamp know that you were the one doing screenshots, or one of the many?
I want to know how Andy found out, because I don't know how he found out. I was named on his stream, and then I had people DMing me, hey, did you leak the Discord invite? No. Did you leak screenshots? And because I got excited, and it tells it here. It's like, did you leak the Discord? I'm like, grins, cat's out of the bag. I thought Thrax was talking about the screenshot. Did you leak the Discord? So I thought he was referring to the screenshots. I'm like, wow, somebody fucking outed me already. So I went, cat's out of the bag, it seems. LOL, I hope he enjoys the purgatory for the shit he just pulled. And yeah, I'm not gonna be nice. Pass on a message, Thrax. By the Hearth stream, 8 p.m. this Friday in my hall. And he goes, you're a cunt, Chambers. Just because you were kicked and leaked a private server, now I'm getting harassed again. Which, by the way, there's a fucking reason, and I found out why from 8chan. Innocent people are getting harassed too, just because they chose to believe in Tonka, you fucking autistic whore. I sincerely hope that you're proud of yourself. And I am. I exposed Tonka's lies. I didn't stream it, and I actually have the stream still pulled up of the fucking Discord. By the way, the name is Salt Miner, not Chambers. The guy who streamed the Discord is named Salt Miner, and I actually had... before I say anything else, because I sent one last message, and let me see if this guy got back to me.
They're doing a little flagging campaign against his video right now.
Oh yeah, they can't, yeah, have fun.
This whole thing's more or less pretty poetic in a way.
Oh my god, okay. Okay, so this was just sent to me. Okay, so I had somebody reach out to me, and I'm reading this off my phone. I had somebody reach out to me asking me if I was okay, because people were accusing me of streaming the Discord. So, this is an FYI, because I will give you a link to this fucking stream me. The Salt Miner is supposed to be streaming tonight. I don't know what time. Let me actually... Oh, this just gets better and better. Let me see. Let's see. He goes, let's see. Let's see, maybe I don't know. He might be Salt Miner might be talking to the voice tuner. I don't know, but Salt Miner's supposed to be streaming tonight, so I will post a link to his streamy. It's either streamy or YouTube. Don't know which one, but he has both. So I'm not the one that streamed the Discord for 4 fucking hours. That is, I'm autistic, but I'm not that autistic. No offense to Salt Miner. But all I did was release screenshots. But yeah, no, the Discord stream is still up. They did try to get it removed, but it's been archived. So, and also, let me touch base with Thrax here. Like I said, I'm stuttering on my words. I'm sicker than a dog. Thrax, there's a reason why you are being fucking hounded for shit. And I understand Acogen now. Is because of the crap you write, which is considered pedo shit. I know people who would drag you hot across the fucking coals for your crap. And if you try to pull this shit in the MLP community or even the DeviantArt, yeah, you would get dragged. There's a good reason why you're getting dragged. I'm not going to defend your crap. I found your stuff on 8chan. My God, mother on son. Let me give you a gist, because Panda, you saw what I found in 8chan the other night. Did you not? Do you remember?
I've seen quite a few things from here with our little chat conversations, yes.
Okay, so you remember the little basic stories. Granted, this is from 2014, but I've heard Thrax mention it on and off that he still writes this shit, to where you had a situation as between a mother and son.
The weird incest shit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And the mom is, as soon as the father walks out the door, she's having sex with her minor son. Yeah, that's called CP, dude. That is called, pedo shit. No wonder why you're getting fucking dragged. I don't feel sorry for you. I float around in other communities. Other communities do drag people across the coals. I actually had someone DM me like a few weeks ago, about another person on DeviantArt who was doing similar shit, except for they had a childlike character that they would sexualize. So yeah, people don't like that shit, Dex. Don't come bitching and crying. I mean, the fact that you're getting protected is actually rather disgusting. And don't use the autism excuse on me. I'm autistic myself, man. I draw, I do a bunch of stuff. I used to be on DeviantArt and all that other crap. But no, dude, I'm not defending that. Get fucked. I saw that and went, oh, there's a good reason. And people protecting you instead of telling you to quit, yeah, that's kind of a problem, dude. Anybody else who is getting harassed or whatnot, I'm not, okay, in general, I'm not for harassment. But if people are protecting you over that garbage, they can get fucked too. I'm sorry. I don't know if I just upset my co-host, and I'm sorry, Ichabod, if you feel differently, because like I said, he did sit this one out tonight. No disrespect to my co-host. He's very respectable. He usually lets me know what's going on, where I'm pretty lax, so. But yeah, no. CP shit, get the fuck out. Not having it, don't care.
There is a lovely tree and some strong rope waiting for pedophiles of all shapes and sizes.
I'm not okay.
No one advocates for violence here.
No, let me iterate. Like, I'm not saying that he is an actual pedo. I'm saying what he writes is pedo.
Is disturbing.
That's incest. That is a mother preying on her young son. So forgive me if I don't come to your defense. Forgive me if I tell you to go fuck yourself. Ugh, gross. I'm so tempted to hand this shit off to someone else because I know someone who would drag him because of his content. Anyway, but yeah, as I said, I spoke with Tim myself, and went digging because it's like, okay, people are saying this is fake, and there's more crap coming out. Oh, Falcon, it's Thrax Scrabbles. I have a very small screenshot. Granted, this is from 2014, but yeah, there's no wonder why he's getting dragged. Because, when he first mentioned, I write mother and son, I kind of left it alone until I found it on 8chan the other night, which, it's just like, oh, yeah, no, you can go fuck yourself. I'm not protecting you. No, I know people who would freaking drag him across the coals, man. Ugh. And I'm not showing it on screen either because I don't get my channel struck for like, ugh. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this, Stalin?
I don't really have that much context, but you're talking about an individual who writes incest?
Yes.
I mean, I would probably just say, what are you doing? Why are you being so retarded?
Well, here's the thing. He's getting protected. Like, okay, so people got pissed off at me. After I talked to Tim Loy about Tonka Saw and the fight and other shit like that, I started to leak screenshots because Tonka kept fucking lying to people. And I'm like, you know what? Fine. Fuck you. And that's when I started to leak them or whatever. And then I had people come to me like, well, Thrax is getting harassed, blah, blah, blah. And then I found something on, like, 8chan or whatnot, and I even told Vamp, I'm like, you're protecting someone, I believe I said this to her, or to someone else, like, you're protecting someone who writes pedo shit. Cry me a river. Because had I known he had done that shit, ooh, no, I don't protect those people. You actually need to stay far away from me. And just the fact that he is being guarded.
I mean, the only thing I know.
Go ahead.
The only thing I know about this Tonka Saw thing is that something about a fight, and then Medicare posted a tweet of one of Tonka Saw's recent videos getting downvoted to hell. That's all I know. I think there was it about like some sort of autistic fight that was going to happen?
Yes.
Oh boy, you don't know the half of it.
Oh, I can't remember. Is it?
Would you like a rundown?
Give me a quick rundown of this autism. Tell me.
So, Tonka is big, strong man on internet and challenges people to fights IRL. Ooga booga. So finally, somebody took him up on it. That somebody was Andy Worski from the Worski Show. Turns out that if you spread a doctored photo that claims a man is a pedophile, it makes him pretty angry. And so Worski accepted the challenge. And because Tonka runs his mouth, Tara LaRosa, the MMA fighter who knows Tonka, was in a stream where he was running his mouth, and she's like, oh, okay, give me 10 minutes. She disappeared and came back with the fight book in Knoxville, Tennessee, tomorrow. But here's the thing. Tonka's a fucking liar. He never planned on actually fighting Andy. So throughout this entire process, it was 3 months. Andy was training in the gym constantly for 3 months, and Tonka was dragging his feet and being a problem at every possible juncture. The two of them, the recent thing that happened anyway, the two of them just missed the deadline extension for a few days. Andy got his in 5 minutes before the deadline. Tonka got his in 50 minutes late. But it turns out that Tonka signed a fake name to the original contract, and they found out when he signed a different name on the blood work. Now, that is a fun thing called fraud. But it gets better, because his excuse for this was that he changed his name, and he sent in a name change application, but it was not a printout. It was a template for the application that wasn't approved, but it was photoshopped with a fake notary seal, but not the number, which is how people found out. So basically, Tonka was supposed to fight Andy, got disqualified for falsifying the contract, might be in legitimate, serious legal trouble right now because it has cost Valor, the people setting up the fight, at least $6,000, probably more. And so right now, Andy Worski is, and growing, yes. And now Andy Worski is in Knoxville, Tennessee, getting drunk off his ass with his new 1-0 undefeated MMA streak. And that's the whole rundown. Tonka talked shit, and Tonka backed out.
Okay, yeah, this is that's some pretty grade A autism right there.
Yeah, he has held the line this entire time that it was not his fault. So many people are calling his bullshit. Failure Accomplished disavowed him and turned on him. AP disavowed him and turned on him. The promoter for the fight that him and Andy were in constant contact with has said on multiple occasions, yeah, it was Tonka's fault. Even like yesterday or 2 days ago, the guy had a podcast because the dude does a show because he's a promoter, that's how he gets his name out there. And he explained the situation to some of the other people on a panel, a few fighters, and he asked what their opinion was, and they were quiet for a second, and then somebody's just like, bitch. It's Tonka. It's poetic. So Tonka built up.
He's just
this,
screwed.
Yes, he has built up this entire persona on the internet of being the tough dude who's so cool and he's gonna fight you and he's so above it all. And it turns out the whole time, everything he's ever shit on people for and anything he ever, yes, he is everything he has made fun of and is not anything he's ever said he was. It is fucking hilarious to watch it all crumble in real time.
So are we enjoying the panda spree right now? Because this is fun for me.
Is it? Good.
Chamber, thanks for the heads up on dragging me in. Great. Good job.
Don't worry. I'll be gentle.
No, you won't. So, are you having fun? Did you have questions about the autism spree? Because
I don't. I think I got the rundown here because I'm already looking at Twitter. the Twitter.
Oh.
I'm also drawing too busy
boy.
drawing something as well, but I like the background noise. But yeah, this is pretty funny. I think.
No, I would say one great thing about this entire event. One thing I never thought in my life I would see occurred last night.
Mm.
occurred.
We got to watch a retarded Phoenix,
Yep.
a drunk who can't punch a cop,
Yep.
a man who is supposed to be court ordered to win $500 million.
Because he fucked someone's girlfriend. Yep.
Yep. And a guy who keeps triggering the left, all in a car, half awake, just shitting at each other.
I still haven't seen the entire thing. It's so great.
Would that ever have occurred without Chief Donga of the disabled tribe?
Really, we should be thanking him for all his goodness.
Also, what are you doing on Stream Chambers?
Something?
Autism.
What you do to your stream? You're changing the format on us. We saw it.
So, yeah, I know. I was trying to see if OBS would capture the Photoshop file I have open, or the thing. So pretty much, I'm going to read to you this because he has more of this stuff. And this one, the minor is like 18, which is barely legal, but it's pretty much his stepmom getting
Oh
ready
god,
to have...
why are we doing this weird porn?
Well, no, because I don't have a viable screenshot. When I showed it to them, I freaking purged the shit off my computer the other night. That's why. So
I
pretty
don't blame
much,
you.
the shit.
Yeah,
Okay, I won't read. The gist of it is you have a stepmom who is having sex with her stepson as soon as the father goes out the door with a son that is barely legal. And H-Hand dug into this. He
At the
he
very
writes
least,
more
it's-
of this shit. And it's just like, go away, you do incest, and no, fuck off. I don't care. Don't put this shit up.
Are we getting the weird people being like, LOL, I wish that was me kind of shit?
No, please don't do that.
No, I got, like, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I got, Babarda's like, Thrax is now getting harassed. Yeah, so's other people. Okay, Thrax is getting harassed because the content he makes. I'm not gonna protect him. That is, no. No! I know other people who would drag him for that. There's other communities who would bomb him.
That.
Yeah, there's other communities that would fucking bomb him. Like, figuratively speaking. It's like, I'm not protecting that. No, I don't care. Like, I'll give you an example. Stalin, you're here. You're familiar with the FNGR situation. You remember what happened with the crap that came out with that? How people are like, this is kind of fucked up. And
Well, hold on. Say that again.
The FNGR situation?
No, I'm part of Top of the Barrel.
Oh, I know, but with
we screw with everyone. We mess with everyone in the Brony community.
It's the stuff with buttons.
What are you talking about?
It's the stuff with buttons. When they broke up, you weren't around for that?
Oh, I wanna. Oh my god, I want to tell you something that just happened today, but I'm not sure if you want to hear it when it's.
But no, but you get my reference, right? That was mother on daughter shit. Okay, so and you know how the community responded with that?
Actually, most people defended him.
I didn't. I told.
So what happened? What happened? The logs. Okay, so what it was about? All right, Anthony and Buttons were erotically role playing as the two main characters from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. They are children. Don't get me wrong.
See, you're already in the what the fuck situation when you bring up the fact they're doing role playing. So
yeah. So and then there's all sorts of disgusting fetishes in there. But we have the logs and
do not bring them up.
Goes ahead
I just brought it up as a point of reference how everybody responded because a lot of people went, "What the fuck is this shit?" So it's just like I'm not going to defend somebody.
I mean, again, most people defended it.
No, that's not what I remember. Vita and that entire crowd. No, I didn't even defend him on those levels.
Also,
I went no.
Thrax, if you're watching.
No, everyone in the barrel was completely crapping on him, but
no, it wasn't just
people were defending him on that.
It wasn't just that, dude. You missed the entire freaking Lily Orchard thing. Lily did not defend. I know a lot of people didn't.
We're talking about autism again, and then we go to.
Well, here's the problem with that. No one cares about. Well, here's the problem with that, Chambers. No one cares about people.
No, I know,
but they do.
No, I'm just saying. Point of reference.
Like Pete is like Pete is a parody of himself.
No,
Okay?
I know. Oh, I know. I'm just saying that's a point of reference. So it's like, no, yeah, he's getting dragged because not only does he use the same avatar as the stuff he does for his work, but he writes incest, and this is just one story to where the minor is barely legal. But, ew, no!
Barely legal, my man.
Go away with your shit. I do not care. Anyway. But Nick, how are you tonight?
Yes. I'm watching you spaz out almost as much as Panda does when we talk about Mass Effect.
Oh.
Hey,
Ooh.
hey, don't start that here. This Chambers did nothing wrong. We don't need to bring this here.
No,
Nothing wrong, just like
no.
some other people.
I'm the boogeyman. I am now an agent of Mr. Medicare and part of the Swedish Squad. Fucking hell.
We've been over this. You'll get paid on the Friday next week. Relax.
Actually,
Hey, man,
speaking
pay
of this,
sucks.
I would like to make an official statement of thanks. Thanks, Nick, and thanks, Chambers, for passing me all those screenshots.
Yeah.
No problem.
Oh, I'm not.
How's it feel being the deep throat of the disabled tribe?
Oh, Deep Throat feels great.
What is I don't know what's happening right now.
Basically,
confused.
we helped encourage somebody in this room to leak all the fun little autism that was happening in the Kumite chats, and they are livid.
Dude,
I'm
okay.
not saying that Ethan Ralph retweeted my screenshots, but
Oh my god, that's great. That is great.
Okay, so
But here's
pretty
the best
much.
part: they
ahead.
caught on. They caught on. It might have been Chambers, so they booted her. They booted a lot of people. The problem was, I think, when they started really having a panic attack, is when the leaks kept coming, and it wasn't from the people they booted.
they kept
Yeah, dude.
deleting entire chat channels.
I'm telling you, man, the sweet salt.
It just goes to show that Medicare was right about one thing above all else: the Fight Me IRL shit is going to be the death of the Kumite. And look what happened.
And it's all because he bitched out of it, too. He could have done it.
IRL. Dude, we're
Fight
gonna
Me IRL. Quit doing the Fight Me IRL shit. It's fucking gay, and it's going to cost you everything.
You had somebody do that
Yeah,
on
I'll fight you,
Cogstream the
Andy.
other night. Someone did that on Cogstream the other night,
Oh,
screaming
no.
at Zoom to fight him.
mentioned,
And it's like, you're retarded. Can you guys stop
mentioned the
doing
Fight
this?
Me IRL stuff, dude. There's a bunch of people challenging us people in the barrel at BronyCon next year.
Oh, of
Well,
course.
this year now, actually. We're gonna do a bunch of Fight Me IRL. But what's funny is that every time Vita tried to do it with someone else, they pussied out at the last minute and they say, "Yeah, man, let's just get a drink instead." That's what Anthony did the last time, dude. Yeah, dude, we're being serious. Yeah, we will do Fight You. We will do Fight Me
Just get-
IRL.
Just
What do
get
I have
your-
to do to get challenged to a fight, damn it?
Do you want to fight some bronies? I'm down for it.
No,
Yeah,
that's not
yeah,
fighting,
because-
that's a hate crime.
Well, here's the thing. What they're going to do is every time a Brody we've had so many people say, "Those bullies, we're going to teach them a lesson at BrodyCon," and then when we go up to them, they all of a sudden start acting really nice. Okay, every single time, dude. Every time.
Because everyone has a plan of attack until they get punched in the face.
Oh yeah, because I don't think you know what's going to happen, dude. So, if this is the last BrodyCon, which it is.
Mhm.
Thank God.
It's gonna be I know, thank God, dude. We need the autism needs to end at some point.
So, we're talking about pedophiles. We're talking about autism.
Talking about
bringing in
bronies.
the bronies. So, let's get to the brass tacks of the situation. How
Punk's got a
bad's
lot
the
of
grooming-
furries.
Oh, that's a whole different darkness. The bronies are furries in denial.
Excuse
but,
me.
What were you
How
gonna...
bad is the brony pedophile situation?
Oh, I could tell you. So right now, we're still having. There's still like a bunch of pedophiles. It's ever since the Toon Critic crap, man. Ever since then, there has just been a constant stream of them popping up here and there. Maybe it's because more people have become wary of them. I guess nobody really cared about that kind of crap up until Toon Critic happened, and then all of a sudden, it's just this. It's like freaking Pandora's box of pedophilia.
Oh, yeah.
All right, just.
Do you
freaking
think it might
unlatched.
be a little bit of copycat syndrome? One person got away with it, so now the rest of them think they can get away with it too?
Oh yeah, and then you have all the people defending him and stuff. I mean, it's still happening. Good old buddy Leo, he's been having a lot of influence in the community right now. He's actually been convincing a lot of people to actually start talking about it, because the way that they talked about Toon Critic was very poor. They did a very terrible job talking about that situation, considering when the logs were leaked, because they were sitting on that information for about a month. It was like a month or two. They handled it poorly because they're retarded. The analysts are all retarded.
Oh, do all their
but
brony
if you
analysts.
well, yeah. I mean, if you're a brony, you have autism, obviously. But
that's a question I'm bringing up though, because you're talking about all the bronies that want to fight people who bully them online. Yet I don't see half of this kind of attention brought up to the actual pedophiles that need to get their asses kicked.
Oh yeah, now it's actually happening because of one guy from our room doing everything. Because everyone else is too much of a coward to do that. Because they think that they're going to infect their audience with drama. They think they're going to infect their audience with drama.
Guess what okay.
Give me the names.
No, it's... So, Zydan...
Chambers doesn't want to get into drama, but Chambers, you know you can't escape.
Freaking Zydan, guess who snagged the screenshot from 8chan and posted it on his Twitter? Zydan. Here we go.
Was it Panda?
Nope, it is Zydan of Drag Scrapple's story. So go have a read, look at the Twitter status. Like I said, I'm not defending that shit. Get fucked. In my opinion,
but he's being harassed for no reason.
bull fucking shit. I'm
Chambers,
sure there's more.
Chambers, just to be that girl, you know what you should do? Take that thing he just sent you in your Discord right now. Add that to the thread saying, hey, you're an innocent little boy, remember? You're just getting harassed for no reason.
Oh, yeah. Be sarcastic. Come on, do it.
Just toss it in there because...
Do what you want.
Do it. He just fucking Thrax, if you're watching. Thrax, if you're watching, fuck you, you scaly piece.
Oh god, the scalies are worse than fucking furries.
It's the other. It's the other kid,
I thought they were furries.
They are furries, air quotes, but at least furries have like flesh. Ugh.
Okay, here's the trick. I've had to learn this because I had an ex a long time ago that was really into this shit, and I learned more than I ever wanted to fucking know.
You didn't need to add a long time ago.
You know how bronies don't really view themselves as furries, but they kind of have all the same subculture.
Yeah.
Scalies have the exact same rules, except they take it to fucking 11 because almost all of their kinks weird shit. They're the ones that really push the vor, the on birthing, the fucking inflation. They're the ones who have the really weird shit.
Yeah.
You ever, I don't know. I think bronies are on that level as well. I think
the bronies are just.
Level, I mean, all you have to do is just go on Dirt Bike Bureau and then just type in those tags and.
Why,
yeah,
Chambers is why.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not protecting somebody who writes this shit. I'm not saying to cyberstalk the guy, but don't come bitching at me when you write this crap. Oh, they're harassing me. You know what? Quit fucking writing this shit. No. I have no sympathy for you, dude.
Let me read these. Hold on, Chambers. Let me read
these. If any grills are looking for RP partners...
I have a profile in Hangouts. I will do almost everything, and I'm very interested in meeting new people to RP with.
Character is an anthro-dragon
with a throbbing cock.
They're always
dragons. He'd have two.
They'd come out of sheaths. Instead of a forked tongue, it's a forked peen.
We need a solution for furries. The question is, will it ever be a final one?
I've been saying for a while now, Hitler killed the wrong people. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, and here's something too. You can't protect somebody that keeps poking at Mr. Medicare. Did you see, like, Thrax is constantly going into Mr. Medicare's threads and shit-talking, and Mr. Medicare shines the light. He did the same thing with Niece.
Okay.
Like, was it Niece, whatever the fuck her name is, the one with the wolf? Was it Niece Polysexual or Niece? You know which one I'm talking about.
Chambers, humor me for a second. Why are you expected to protect this person?
Because I got bitched at because I released screenshots.
Is Chambers known as like a white knight or something?
No, I'm known as the asshole.
Why does that mean you have to protect them?
No. You see, you got bitched at.
I got bitched at
because you released screenshots of their secret bullshittery.
Yes, and I'm getting bitched at because he's getting harassed again.
Angry.
Well, yeah, no, I got bitched because he's getting harassed again.
Maybe you deserve it.
Maybe you shouldn't write this shit and quit poking at Mr. Medicare. You dumb shit. I have no sympathy for you.
Don't be a
condone
piece of shit.
violence or harassment. Chambers condones none of these things. I, however, condone all of these things.
Provide
damn
evidence.
it.
I need a
You're
citation.
talking. You stop.
I need a citation.
Citation needed. Citation needed. Oh, don't worry. It's in the Panda Plan. It's kind of like the Red Book, except a lot less legible.
The Panda Plan. I'm sitting here hurting my hand drawing this massive banner. Okay.
Okay, thank God.
Does the banner have two
Finished that
panes?
sentence, 'cause
Oh,
I was-
you want to see the banner so far? Okay, hold on.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, show me your banner.
So no, just
I'm
Whip it out.
Who is
situation.
this?
Hey,
Okay,
if
babe.
he's not a personal friend, there should be no expectation of this is Minuteman.
No, and he's no. Drax was never a friend of mine. A lot of these
No,
people.
I'm just saying. So yeah, he's not your friend. You have no compulsion to be nice to him. So the idea of protecting him is quite antithetical to the idea of not laughing, because he deserves to be laughed at and mocked. Because he's
Alright, there's my banner, babe.
I'm gonna die
Oh,
laughing at these
yeah.
people. They all want to be internet tough guys, but the second they get any kind of pushback, they crap their pants and cry. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly what I've noticed. Like for me,
That
never
might be some of the gayest shit.
I've never tried to be an internet tough guy. Everybody knows me as like I'm an asshole and I can get cranky, but it's like I don't go around
Because you're
saying,
a female.
shut up. But like I don't go around saying, oh, I'm gonna kick people's ass. Oh, fight me in real life, IRL. It's just like, no, you guys are fucking retarded. Quit doing that shit.
Find the
Quit doing
IRL,
it.
bitch.
Oh my god, there was another
Like, that's
person.
the internet. Settle with words by laughing at them.
There was another person that got freaking outed as kind of like a strange person, Akugen. Cognitive Thought and a few others were going through his fan fiction. Here's the thing. When you talk shit, people are gonna dig into your crap.
Why do people write fan fiction again?
I
It's
don't-
almost all gay.
I don't know. I did it. Okay, I admit I did it at the
I wrote a
very
fan
beginning
fiction
of high
once.
school.
It was about slavery.
God damn, Panda.
Did you write Uncle Tom's Cabin, dude?
No,
Uncle Tonk's cabin? Is that on the reservation?
no.
Yeah, there's some evil shits.
I think she's starting to regret her choices now.
No, it's
No.
fine.
So,
We make the stream more interesting, okay? Come on.
I was in a
No, Falcon, don't encourage me. What's wrong with you?
I was in a chat that was including Nick, funny enough, and some other people, and the challenge was put forth to write an erotic fan fiction starring myself and another person, and it ended with us selling a third person who was also in that chat. But it doesn't matter, because it was a silly thing. And more importantly, Tonka and his non-functioning legs and non-existent penis.
Do we get to laugh at the fact that the only reason why people are defending Vamp right now is because Stockholm Syndrome? That's the only thing they have to defend her
you
with?
want to know? Okay, here's my
I feel
thoughts
bad
about it.
for her.
Because here's my thoughts. I don't find Vamp
Go
to be
ahead.
innocent. I actually think she's been aware of the shit. She has seen Tonka many times before, physically. Because I just... The shit that's... I'm not going to... Here's the thing. I'm going to say this now for me.
She's
I'm
done
not,
everything except sleep with him.
Shh, be quiet, Panda. I'm not going to touch any of the relationship stuff. I don't... That is my boundary. I don't touch
That's
any of that
Raheem's
crap.
job.
Huh? Shh.
Don't worry. I'll touch it for you.
Oh my god. But anyway, my
See,
point
you're
is...
allowed to say, I disavow. We're just going to point and laugh.
Anyway,
Your point.
she is not innocent just from the way that she is responding. Because, like, did you see her freaking tweet? Because she blocked me, but I can still see her crap. So, she said that,
Yeah, it's just a matter of logging out.
Or just go incognito mode.
Uh,
Whoopsie doodle.
dude, not even that. No, I don't need to log out. But let me see if I can
I just
pull it
switched to
up
alt
here.
accounts.
But no, she's
Yeah, that's
talking
why
about...
you have about 5 alt accounts, okay?
Oh my gosh, Panda.
Oh.
Okay. I'm not that ridiculous. Holy shit.
What? I didn't do anything. I didn't even say anything. What am I getting yelled at for?
Yeah, Panda, shut up.
That's totally innocent.
I'm a good boy.
She
Hello,
tried to
Ichabod.
paint this with a completely
Hey,
different
the stream
brush.
keeps cutting in and out.
What?
Does it?
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah, I
letting you
know internet shit, dude.
Let me refresh.
Have you tried threatening to take away its supper and put it in the cupboard again?
No.
Huh.
But let me flip over.
It is lagging a little bit, actually.
I know it's lagging.
Okay.
But let me flip over to this. So, yeah, like I said, I got this off of her thing. Yes, I get there was a fuck up. Yes, I understand people are angry for one reason or another. But no, I will not abandon someone to save myself just because things are hard. Life sucks sometimes, things don't go as planned, etc. Like it or not, that's how I feel on it. No, you are covering for Tonka's ass, and it's fucking irritating. So when people are like, oh, well, I feel bad for her, it's like, I don't feel bad for you. You are just as guilty as he is. Because you were defending his shit. It is not just a fucking mistake. He's done this crap since the beginning. So, and the thing is, like, I really did like Tonka. I really did. He did me a major solid with the Kumite. And what sucks is all this stuff coming out now, which is like, oh my god, how much of that crap was actually fake? How much of your character, your person, is actually fake versus real? See, here's the thing. I didn't meet Tonka's I'll tell the DO5 thing. I also didn't meet another individual tell the DO5 thing who, like, fucked with my head for 6 months. So comparing that, because they passed him off as someone who they weren't, Tonka did that on a much grander scale and fucked with a lot of different people. So it's just like, I don't even know how to
I don't know. I think you need to fight me IRL, Chambers.
No. God,
Did you fight him IRL?
Yeah, did you fight him IRL? Come on.
No, the person I referred to...
Dude, you want to fight me IRL?
No! Shh. I don't want to fight anybody
Fight me,
IRL. I think
goof.
you're retarded. I think that stuff is so
I
fucking
am.
retarded.
It's only retarded if you lose. If you win, though, you're 105-0.
12 million and 0.
On the bright side, though, guess what? Though that means right now, Andy is 1-0.
It's true.
Wait,
Like,
what?
legitimately.
Oh, yeah, no, and it is. People are saying, oh, well,
Well,
Andy
so-
didn't win. But it's
yeah.
like, by technicality, yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
By a forfeit. You were punished with a forfeit
Andy
for fucking
won
shit
because
up.
he didn't even need to throw a punch. Here's the thing. Andy Worski destroyed Tonkasaw without even needing to throw a single punch. Tonkasaw's channel, his reputation, his character, and if people pursue these lawsuits, his entire life is dead now. All because of Andy, the crazy Canadian cokehead Worski.
The crazy retarded Phoenix Worski.
Hold on. Ichabod, are you
Andy
there?
War Crimes Worski.
Ichabod?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Hi.
So, did you see the thing I posted? And I guess it was getting a little bit too spicy for you to sit out there, huh?
Spicy.
It happens. Like, the only thing that I could say about the stuff that you showed with Thrax is it doesn't technically qualify as pedo shit.
Not yet.
That's
I
only
don't
one story.
know if there's more, but yeah.
I don't
like,
wanna
I
say
just
more.
don't know
I'm
if there's
good.
more.
I'm
What
good.
Are you sure? What's wrong with more?
No,
Is
I
it
don't
more
want to
bad?
see anymore.
So much wrong
But
with
I'm
I'd
sorry,
rather not.
communities are
Please
going to
no.
drag you for that. So if you're getting dragged for your role plays and your shit,
Yeah.
I don't feel sorry for you, dude. That's on you. Quit poking at Jim. Fucking idiot.
That should be a lesson. If you can't handle the gym, don't poke the gym.
But it's not real, guys. It's just roleplay. I don't know what you're talking about.
See,
It's
no,
just roleplay until I get to the park.
I had some,
I
I had somebody ask me, how come you don't have a roleplay server in your chamber or in your hall chambers? Because I fucking know I don't roleplay anymore, and I fucking know better. No, go away if you're
Also,
not my server.
roleplay is gay, so
No, I will agree. I
yeah,
don't
roleplay's
do
pretty
it.
fucking gay. So
I don't do it anymore.
I thought
Winners,
you-
winners play Shadowrun. Everything else is gay.
I mean, yeah, I play way too much Dungeons and Dragons to say roleplay's gay.
So Ichabod,
Boo! Play Shadowrun. Boo!
Ichabod, now that you're
I don't have
here,
the books for Shadowrun.
now that you're here with seeing everything, what are your thoughts? I know you said you talked about it on Doc Griffin, who got removed, or his role removed, by the way. Because I love it. Was it Jacob Navo was in the chat? Oh, innocent
Yeah.
people don't get removed. Yes, they did. Both Big Fat Brian and freaking Doc Griffin got their roles removed. I have screenshots of that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was fat, so how innocent was it?
Who, Brian or Doc?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
But so what?
Aw,
Hey!
Doc's not that big. He's just old as shit.
So what are your thoughts on this Ichabod? Share them with me. Share them with the class.
When it comes to an MMA bout, defaulting on your paperwork, which is basically when you don't get the paperwork in on time, you lie on the paperwork, some falsification comes in, that's a disqualification. He didn't technically forfeit. Valor stepped up and he was disqualified. And
To be fair,
really
he quit. He did this on purpose.
well, yeah, but in technical standards, it's a disqualification. But when it comes right down to this, the only thing that he's really done is give Andy at least 5 minutes of time to stand in the center of a ring and talk to what I checked with the last, which was a VFC 53. That had a viewership of over 50,000 people. Add in the Kumite people, 54 is going to have even. So all it's done is made him look even worse. And
The Donga numbers, Donga no happy.
like a Doc's channel, and again, I'm not wanting to be a drama person,
Right.
but what I said on Doc's channel is what I'm going to echo here. Tonka did it on purpose. There's no way around that.
Yeah, he did.
Every behavior that I see is indicative of
So I got a question to throw out to all of you guys here, well, with all the information we've got currently. So it would seem, and thoroughly and utterly convinced, Tonka falsified these things and has done this on purpose, which means that he is in the zone to be hit with lawsuits. Do you think that Valor or any of the people that paid to go see him that are scorned now will go ahead and take him?
Perhaps. It's
purchaser-
possible.
the ticket purchasers themselves wouldn't have legal recourse. They still technically get the show, and even then they'd have to file a claim against Valor, not Tonka specifically. However, if they did file a claim against Valor because they don't refund the ticket, they would be able to, Valor itself, file an injunction, possibly bring out a civil suit against Tonka for the losses due to his abandoning of.
I think it's possible.
See, I think everyone's overlooking the biggest problem. Yeah. I think everyone's overlooking the biggest problem Donka has right now. How much do you think this entire event has cost Taro LaRossi's reputation with that industry?
I told you this
How
was
many
going to be
Aaron
a fight.
LaRose is probably pissed.
How many punches do you think that's worth?
I don't know.
Because
But
she had to go to bat for him to make this happen.
Yeah, no, she didn't. But didn't I say, I've said it time that y'all have been here on my streams. You can go back and I have said that this is going to be a fucking blight on her career. I fucking told you. And I don't want to be arrogant or cocky, but I saw this as soon as they said, "Oh, we're fighting." Oh, fuck. And then they, with Tara LaRossa encouraging them, going, "Oh, this is so going to be bad. This is not going to be good for anybody." Andy, I'm glad to see he's having fun, but everyone else, professional-wise, it made Valor look bad. The rest of the fighters for that night are going to be like, oh, they're attached to this shit. Congrats. Congrats. Oh, and you're probably going to have cost other people to leave, too. I've never seen.
Well, I mean, I think bottom line here, I think Tonka's a pussy.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
I think
we all
line
agree
is
on
the
that right now?
situation.
Everyone in chat agrees?
Pretty sure.
Press F in the chat. Press F in the chat.
I
Press
do
F
wonder,
Donga,
though.
Gigantic vagina.
I wish I could have been there so that I could have asked the two chicks that are doing the headline how they feel about being so woefully overshadowed, because no matter where Worski and Tonka were on the list, they were the headlining act. People came there for them and nothing more. So I wonder how the other fighters feel about this.
Their fight is probably going to be watered down.
Oh,
If
I mean-
anything, it's going to be a damper.
Well, Tonka goes on and on about respecting the fight game, and he's said it on multiple interviews, being respectful about this whole sort of thing. And then him purposely, in my mind, I'm convinced that he's done this purposely, backing out and disqualifying himself for this, causing all of these people that supported him to have to try and get refunds and such. He he took the frontlining spot of this fight, as I just said, and backed out. So there is no headline. The headline's going to be Andy sitting there shit talking him in the ring, probably wearing an Indian headdress. And that must be such a slap to the face to all these amateur fighters who are hoping to be pros someday. Getting showed up by YouTubers and then having one of them have the audacity to fucking quit.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to get across to Tara. On the off chance if you do see this, don't book YouTubers.
I haven't told
Don't.
him
Except
that.
for me.
I told
You
you
can't
that. Don't
yeah.
ever do this shit
Fucking-
again. Run away. Run far away.
Basically, normally I would have said no, YouTubers can totally fight.
Not
But then
Tonka.
we look back at this is 1 year alone. We've had the Logan Paul and
KSI.
fight, which was I guess that was
Absolutely hilarious.
Oh,
Well,
it
that's
was.
a
I thought
softball
it was a scam.
Yeah,
I
was
watched it
told they
live. It
threw
was a
the
scam,
fight.
but it was fucking funny. I'm
I-
certain they did.
Yeah.
You can't throw a fight if there isn't one. It was just gay hugging.
No, so the KSI fight and Logan Paul fight, I watched it live. It was a bunch of dumb shit. But the funny part was all of the fights leading up to that, because it was a bunch of people that didn't train at all. Like, there was this one fight.
Scares.
I love scares. I can't hate scares. But there's this one fight where it was two dudes that looked like they were anorexic. It was a dude that looks like he's a Serbian golem, and then one dude who's just like the black version of a guy with crippling cocaine addiction. And the two of them are just in the ring bouncing around each other, and they're doing Fortnite dances to taunt each other, and no one's actually throwing any punches. I don't think a single punch was thrown in that entire fight. The time ran out.
Was it just modern bum fights? Is that all that was?
Yes, it basically was. Oh my god, it was great.
The Scares fight was. Here's the thing. I don't think the entire thing was a scam.
The
Logan Paul-
main fight was.
Yeah, the Logan Paul KSI fight was a complete scam. Everyone knew it was. Well, everyone that had a brain knew it was. But a bunch of the other ones, like the Scares fight, I mean, that was real. That was some real stuff right there, dude. I like that. I like that kind of stuff.
From what I understand, there's a Logan Paul KSI rematch. And I think that's what they were doing. They set up a rematch so that not only could they make a fuck ton of money that day, they can make it money again down the line doing a rematch. I think that's how the whole setup was. I don't think that was legitimate.
I was
However,
upset at the amount of people that didn't call it a scam.
Keemstar did.
Because a lot of people are afraid of being
Keemstar
sued.
enough.
That's the problem. A lot of people are afraid of being sued because the Pauls are a little bit litigation happy about shit like that.
A long time ago. Long time ago, there was this guy named Poffit, and he bet me a long time ago that if, and this was, I think, 2017, 2018, right when the Kumite started, that it would be over by, I think it was either August or September of that year. And we bet that if it wasn't, he would have to make an apology, and if it was, I had to make an apology. But it lasted to August and September and then fucking died this year. So I kind of skirted through having to do an apology to Buffett because Tonka just murdered himself. But yeah, this whole situation, when it comes down to it, really only screwed over the people who paid to go see it. The fans of Tonka and the fans of Andy. That's the only people who are losing out here. Because they paid between $100 to $1,000 to go fucking do this shit. Because some of them took planes for some reason. The worst part about it is,
As opposed to what, walking?
I would
Driving.
credit these people with being a little fucking smarter than it.
I
But-
mean, again, I'm calling lawsuits. I'm calling lawsuits.
To be fair, Andy's fans aren't completely losing out. If they went there, they can go party with him. He's not going to say no.
Yeah.
They get to party with Andy Worski and Dick Masterson and laugh at Donga.
Fair
side.
enough.
This is a win-win
Cognitive
for
thought
them.
was supposed to be
Let's
going
not
to...
overlook the fact that, like, holy shit.
It was? Cognitive? No,
Yeah,
he
no.
was not.
He said he was, so... Yeah, no, there's people going there to hang out now because of, like, the shit fest this turned out to. So...
Well, yeah,
Tom's
no,
not
it's a
allowed to leave
meetup
Britain.
now.
I mean, it's got to be. You've got Dick Masterson, you've got Coach Red Pill, you've got Ralph Retord and all of his friends, and you've got Andy Worski. They're all in one place, they're all drinking heavily, and they're all having a goddamn good time because Worski is undefeated in the MMA. So, of course, it's a meetup. Everybody gets to
Did
party
you
now.
really fly to the wrong place?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Yes.
flew
He went to
to
Nashville, not Knoxville.
He's retarded.
This is why you don't let
missing
Canadians
Medicare.
do anything by themselves.
Now it's only missing Medicare, but too bad, man. We'll never see his face.
Oh, you know he's there. He's just hidden.
I doubt
I'm
it.
telling you,
I
the only way-
apparently people know his IP address. That's about it, because he got DDoSed.
Oh,
Wah, wah.
ooh,
But no,
I
the only way. Okay, the only way we would know if Medicare was there is if the fight took place.
You
and
hear the
Medicare
laughter.
Medicare got that bounty he wanted on Donga, where Andy breaks a bone, and you just hear Medicare's laugh in the stands.
That's gonna be like nerve-wracking for people.
Does everyone remember? He put a $500 bounty. He put money down that Andy has to break a bone. So does Andy have to pay that back?
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, so I didn't
The question
hear
is
about that.
Valor
What?
going to keep up their deal and pay Andy?
It was during one of
That
the shows
and
when the
how
fight was
many people are
officially
they
going.
going to give
Refunds
actual
to?
refunds to?
They've refunded at least $6,000 so far.
Jesus.
Yep, and it's still climbing.
I would
Tara's-
show up at the crippled Indian's door and beat his ass for that much money.
Tara LaRosie's gonna murder him. We're gonna have Trail of Tears too. Electric Boogaloo.
It's cool because if you look at where the tickets were being sold, you can see that all the returned tickets are in the front row.
Oh, those two women and those two women fighters are going to show up and beat his ass.
I actually watched the weigh-in today. I'm so angry I wasn't there. Those chicks were banging.
What were you expecting?
That, basically.
He's used to WWE style women fights, not actual women fighting when they're training
Oh,
for it.
and they're good. It's
No, I figured they were going to be good fighters, but imagine the fact they just lost a whole audience that could have gotten totally in on them, and now it's like, oh, they did. He's so beyond dead. We're going to watch a bunch of actual fighters beating an Indian. Is this going to be considered a hate crime or justified?
Well, considering he's not actually an Indian, his dad was Puerto Rican, I think it's probably going to be...
It's even better.
That's
Yeah.
indigenous, right?
You guys
It's
think Medicare should
indigenous.
Make a video on this, or
Huh?
Oh.
I mean, I think we got at least a live stream on it.
Mm. See, we're all missing up on the really funny part
Yeah.
that all this time, talking about the Trail of Tears and all the other Indian references,
He didn't know, yeah.
he had no idea what the fuck any of it meant.
Well, he's
He had no
Canadian.
idea
They don't
what-
have actual
he had
school.
No idea. How would he not know about anything? Oh, right, Canadians did a lot worse shit.
Yeah, they did.
We don't talk about that, eh?
We don't know what you're talking about. There are no natives anymore.
We got rid of those things, eh?
We got rid of them ages ago.
To walk it back a little bit to what Nick was referring to a second ago, though, on a live stream when this was first starting and Andy first accepted and was training and getting ready, Medicare, I think it was Medicare and Dick Masterson, they threw money into a pot. It's the prize fund. They will pay whoever wins, and the stipulation was Medicare will throw in like an extra $500 or something, or he threw in $500, and the stipulation was, Andy, you need to win and break one of Tonka's bones.
And his exact words were, if you lose, and I have to pay fucking Tonka, I am going to be unhappy with you.
Oh, are
And
we
he
also
won
going to
without
see?
throwing a
Hey,
punch.
hey, are we also going to see channel deletions? Because remember,
I hope so.
it
I
was-
want to watch people.
know this is going to get ugly.
Yeah, see, I don't think. I think we have
Not
another
only
month
has
of this
Tonka
shit.
killed himself, he's killed all of his closest supporters.
He's nuked everyone who supported him. How do you do that? How do
Yesterday, did
pull
you guys
that
watch
off?
the stream of his mods just going off on him?
Yep.
No.
I was shadow
Oh.
banned. Both my
I got
channels
to
got
hear a
shadow
little bit of
banned.
failure.
I was just listening while I was playing with my dog, and I'm like, oh, they're so beyond mad. They're gonna
Because
kill
they
him.
were sucking his dick until the day of it all went down, and then they all went fucking radio silent for 24 hours, and then they kind of went damage control yesterday. You saw some of it when I showed you the other chats,
Yeah.
and now look at them. Now it's like this. It's like the 5 stages of grief. Now they're in acceptance.
They're so fucking angry. It's good.
They have the right to be angry.
Also,
We need,
Chambers,
we
for
need to
the
make
record,
sure that Daddy Jim never does this kind of
No.
shit because
No.
we can't deal with that kind of fallout.
don't fight
Uh-huh.
Daddy Jim.
Yeah.
I
Leave
want to
Jim
see
alone.
I want to see Jim actually accept a fight.
Oh, and let
Holy
me-
crap! That
Could
Let
you
me-
imagine
he
the
also-
one and only time Jim like accepts a fight, goes out in public, turns out he's fucking ripped.
Oh my god.
And let me
He
say
just
this.
knocks the guy out. Thanks for coming.
Let me say this because AP brought this up.
Yes.
So when there was shit going on with the Kumite before things
AP 's
really
a
went
good
to
boy.
hell. Yeah, I love AP and I feel bad for some of the shit he's had to go through. AP brought up that you don't ever mess with a board. So when it came to the phone call with Tonka's mom because Tonka was trying to use that excuse, oh, this is where I changed my name. Bull fucking shit. Shut up. Change your name will not protect
Tonga
your mother.
asked him to.
But yeah, no, he challenged them. It's like, you're a fucking idiot. Because they were messing with the boards during the
You're not
drama
gonna
a
do
few
it,
months
Ralph.
ago.
You're not going to do it. Call the number. Call the number. Do it, Ralph. Call the number. It's what he said. And so
Mm-hmm.
It was
Oh,
just,
yeah, no.
it was so retarded. And it's like,
When
you-
I first heard
Go
about
ahead.
the call that I'm like, that is a bitch move. You don't call, you don't get the family involved. And then you guys told me that he had challenged it. I'm like, is he retarded? You don't
Yes.
challenge the
Yes.
internet because they'll take it up a notch. They'll show up at the door with a wheelchair.
or pizza or something.
Mm.
He was planning to.
Did I leave my? I did leave it on. Okay.
They've said
that's what Coach Red Pill's going to do. Did you hear?
what? Show up with the
So-
wheelchair?
So Coach Red Pill, he's from fucking what was it, Ukraine. So he came all the way here to watch this fight because he's making a documentary about Andy's win, and he has a like $2,000 camera that he brought for this explicit purpose. So they're filming this documentary about Andy's win in the MMA, and so Tonka's not here, so they don't have a fight to film. So it's the idea that Zoom put forward is that they turn it into a documentary involving Tonka, where since they're already there, they take a van or something and they roll on down to Tonka's town. They interview people that work at his family car lot, and they show up at his house and see if they can interview his family.
Oh, this is gonna end up well.
Well, and here's something too, because Zoom talked about
I-
this.
I want Medicare's thing to come true.
Is that what is actually happening?
Yeah,
So
no, there's a
they
GoFundMe.
said
No one knows.
that
Zoom's not
I don't
ready to find
think I don't know, they're definitely making that documentary, but I don't know if they're going to take up Zoom's idea and go down there and interview people about Tonka.
No,
But Jim's
they are.
was have SPCC call the mom again while they're there and say, yeah, we're out front, and just wave from across.
Oh yeah, do it. Oh god, and this sounds so much worse. I'm sick, but do it.
Can Donga try play?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Call
Call
them up.
Everyone's
Can
acting-
Donga come out and play? Is he been a good boy?
Can
And they're
Tonka come
just
outside
standing
the
out there
plane?
all
He can
creepily?
still have the needle in his arm.
Here's the thing about the
Yeah, no,
GoFundMe. Here's a funny thing about
Straight
the
up.
GoFundMe. They've tried to strike it down, but Zoom got a hold of GoFundMe. It is now frozen. It cannot be struck down. So congratulations, guys. You guys froze the GoFundMe in place. I cannot be
You might
reporting
strike
your
us down,
strike.
but we'll come back harder.
What's the GoFundMe for?
It's for the Trail of Tears, Zoom's documentary, and it follows all the policies.
Please
They
tell me
can't
that's
strike
what
it
he's calling
down. Because apparently he's already talked to the sheriff, he's already talked to, like, everybody down there. It's like, yeah, I'm coming down here to film, and this happened, blah, 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 blah. This is what the GoFundMe's for. And he spoke with 2 different GoFundMe people. Andy read out the email on his stream. And yeah, the GoFundMe cannot be pulled down. So Zoom is going to follow through. Zoom is a scary-ass dude. Now, there are pedo rumors about Zoom. I have yet to
Scary
see
autist.
anything about these pedo rumors, like any evidence. I just heard there was something about a 15-year-old, but it's like, you know what? I until I see something, I don't give a fuck. It is hearsay at this point, and so many people hate Zoom because he knows how to dig. Oh no, let me address
That's
this.
a
'cause
Fallout reference.
I missed
Yes.
it. Jacob says because only. Oh god, let's see. Hey, you heard you people are getting AIDS, Andy. What? Jacob, you're retarded. Anyway, he says because being only fair to Andy is totally fair, and balance hoping joy ruining Ichabod. Ichabod's not going to get ruined. Ichabod is not forced to stay. He comes of his own free will. He's not forced to be my co-host, you idiot. And as for being fair, there is stuff. You have the lawyer. You have the freaking promoter. You have other people coming out and saying Tonka's full of shit. Did you know actually?
Are you serious? Somebody's defending Tonka?
Hold on. To
Yes.
be fair, the promoter of the fight said it's Tonka's fault. A lawyer that Tonka was talking to said it was Tonka's fault. Everybody that is in a position to be bipartisan is saying that this is due to Tonka, and the evidence we have is that Tonka is committed fraud when he was signing that contract. So with everything that we have available to us, it is, in fact, 100% Tonka's fault, and taking Andy's side, which I am doing, is perfectly valid. If you really think that Tonka's not to blame, I'm sorry to say you might have drank the Kool-Aid.
When it
Better
comes down
use
to
my
this whole situation, and this is why I wanted no part of this, but it needs to be kept to the information we have. The information is what I'm going with. I'm not going to sit here and lie on stream. I'm not going to sit here and tell you a falsehood. I'm going to give you what I know. What I know is what the promoter said, what the lawyer said, the information I've seen. That's all I can do. I haven't even seen the this Discord screenshot stuff or whatever the stream thing was. I ain't seen that crap. All I've seen is what the promoter has said repeatedly and what the lawyer said repeatedly, was that Tonka was disqualified for not having his paperwork in. Now that's Tonka hurting the fans, hurting the subscribers, hurting anybody that paid money to go out and see this shit. That's what this is. That is why I'm here. Because he hurt the people that have supported him this entire time. I've gone up against people fucking talking about Tonka, telling them that they're absolutely ridiculous. And a lot of the times they were absolutely ridiculous. But on this, I'm not going to lie. Let alone live on Chambers' stream. I have too much respect for Chambers, and I have too much respect for the job that we do, which is basically just live streaming. But you know what? We're entertaining. And that's all you're supposed to do on YouTube, is be entertaining. That's my job. I came in here to be her co-host because she's entertaining. And because I can be the funny guy and she can be the straight man. Or we fucking slip that back and forth. But do not expect me at any point to sit here and lie to people live on a stream. Tonka was the one in the wrong in this. He hurt the fans. He hurt the subscribers. He hurt everybody that paid money to go out and see this fight. Whether or not they get to go hang out with Andy is not the point. Push came to shove. If somebody would have been driving through Kansas, I'd have went there and took the beating that Tonka denied. Because at least then, the fans get something to fucking watch. They actually get something. But no, everybody wants to be on one side or the other. I'm dead set in the middle. I'm for the fucking subscribers who got screwed on this. Absolutely screwed. Hundreds to thousands of dollars they could have put towards something better. But no, they got a long-ass road trip or a long-ass plane flight to be sick and irritable to go watch a fight because they were supporting one side or the other. But no. Somebody had to not get shit done. It's not hard to get shit done. I have to do a physical every goddamn year. I have to get blood work every goddamn year. It's not that hard. You go in, you get it done, you send it to the people who fucking need it. It's not a difficult process.
But you forget one thing. He never intended to show up.
Nope.
He was looking for every out he could find.
But that's not even the point. I'm getting messages from
everybody
all over trying to tell me to disavow what's going on here right now. And look. The only thing I came in to correct was that Thrax's story wasn't technically pedophilia because the kid was 18.
It's incest. And
incest, yeah, whatever. It's not cool.
I don't even want to know.
His entire defense about it is saying
pedo
she's
shit.
a leaker. That's a little fucking sad on his point.
That's the
stories
thing.
might be gross,
Leak or not. But that's it. Leak or not, this isn't about a leak. This is about what happened with Tonka. If you want to talk about a leak, hit me up on Twitter. We will personally go onto my channel and I will platform you to say whatever the shit you want and then correct anything that's wrong. But if you want to talk about Tonka, what he pulled, here's the platform to do it. If not, piss off.
Yo,
Hold on, wait.
Move.
No, this is mine.
Bye, Stalin.
Bye-bye.
Oh, see ya, Stalin.
Damn it.
What just happened?
Stalin. We lost Stalin. He went
This is
to
why
go
you don't
purge
trust
Jelly
communists?
But no, here's the
Village. Go purge
thing.
Jelly Village.
The reason why the leak matters is because I'm being used right now as the ultimate scapegoat. And let me tell you why. Because before the shit broke down, before I spoke with Tim Loy, Monday night, I stepped out. It was either Sunday or Monday night. I stepped out to go do laundry. I have to go do my clothes at a fucking map. So when the screenshot, that Discord screenshot came into play, and that's with the sabotage clause and all that wonderful shit, I walked in there. I looked at the screenshot. I'm like, yeah, this is fucking crap. This is fake. This is garbage. Okay, who fucking made this shit? So I go into the Kumite server. I don't accuse anybody. I'm like, okay, who made this? Whoever did, done goofed. This is like shit. And so causes 2 to 3 hour fucking spurg out because I had people like start telling me to shut up. Like I had, okay, what a Joker implied that it came from him, so I'm like, okay, Joker, give me the screenshot again, but this time hover over the profile name with the profile number. He started to call me names and then finally fucked off. People were telling him to go to bed. I'm like, going, okay. They're like, well, did it come from Joker? I'm like, then why is he saying that it is? And then you had people like Dad or Punish Up kept reposting the fucking thing as if to prove some sort of point. Dude doesn't even, he even said himself, he's not in graphic design. He installs fucking doors. So it's like, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about or what I'm even looking for. So then you have Emperor Vulcan post a screenshot from a shitty ass phone because people are starting to repost it and the resolutions are different. I'm like, okay, what device are you using? What program are you using? These are different resolutions. So you had Punishdab kept reposting it, and then you had Emperor Vulcan do a screenshot and kind of proved my point because his resolution kind of sucked because the image was poor resolution, and anytime the image is poor resolution, it's going to freaking bleed out on the rest of the background. So you're gonna have these pixels that bleed out. So looking at this screenshot, actually let me fucking pull it up because I have this stupid thing. Where is it at? I actually went ahead and fucking grabbed this. Are you guys all still there? Somebody? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No.
We're here.
No, I left. I've been gone
So-
this
Shut up,
entire time.
Panda.
Let me flip over to the TV, see if it'll show it. Nope, hold on. Because I want you guys to see what I'm talking about. Anybody who has worked with graphic design, anybody who has worked with, just any graphics program. Okay, so, I had pointed out that the image, as you can see, it's already been through an edit because they blocked out a name. But as you can see, the image does not bleed over to the thing, and if you were to scroll in, this is very pixelated. The text is very pixelated. So why, because of the pixelation, how come there isn't more of a fucking bleed out onto the background? So I'm looking at this, and I can instantly tell this is pieced together. And finally, this led to a freaking voice call with Water Jabbers, who has a history of 15 years, and he goes, yeah, this was either faked with a profile or this was pieced together. So, but it took all that, and I had Leaf, the Kumite pet is what I'm going to call her. People want to call me a drama whore? Oh, good God, she's 10 times worse. So, she pretends to scream at me how Punish Dad freaking proved me wrong. I'm like, no, he didn't. Shut up. He doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. So this turns into another spur between me and her, and then you have Vamp Candy go, oh, why did you harass Leaf last night? Because prior to that spurg out, me, Leaf, and Nick was in there, had a discussion about Tonka, and I relayed to her a situation that happened that I never brought to the public because I was fucking embarrassed about it, and because I didn't want to, blow up into this massive thing. But I had a situation with Tonka Saw, both in live stream and in an after call, and I brought this to Leaf, and Leaf proceeds to tell me, oh, well, Tonka had a bad month, he was lashing out at everybody, because it happened in the month of November. So then, I guess she went and told Vamp Kenny that I was harassing her, and it's just like, no, we were just fucking talking to you. Do you need me to bring in my fucking mod? My mod was there. So, and it turns into this big 2 to 3 hour fucking spurg out. So that is the reason why, because I started to fucking dig, and then I spoke with Tim when I started leaking shit. That is why they fucking hate me. That is why. It's because I started asking questions, and I actually found stuff, and went, oh my God, I don't think so. This is getting shown. So that is why they hate me. That is why I'm getting accused of now streaming the fucking Discord, which I didn't do. I sent screenshots. That's it, but they're in full turtle mode. I had freaking Vamp bitch at me, I had Thrax, I had someone else ask me, and I wasn't, the person who's watching, I'm gonna keep you private because I have respect for you. We've had enough to deal with. But, the person who, because I tried to get a voice call with another person, because they asked me if I had leaked a invite link, which I didn't have. I was just part of the crowd. I did not have the authority to make one. And so I told him, like, hey, well, are you in for a voice call? I don't care what you do with the call, which pretty much I tell everybody at this point, because it's like I expect to get freaking recorded by anybody and everybody, because everybody fucking does it these days. So I didn't mean anything by it. So... because they told me, like, I don't like that you're insinuating that I record the calls. Like, I don't mean anything by it. At this point, I expect it from fucking anybody. I don't record calls, but it is a general statement now. It is not, oh, well, don't do this, so. But, yeah. It has been so frustrating, because instead of getting my laundry done, I spent, like, 2 to 3 fucking hours arguing with people while getting my laundry done, and then thereafter. So, yeah, they're trying to pin all sorts of shit on me now. I work for Jim. So, fucking turds.
Oh, okay. Can I ask a brief question?
What?
Did somebody call Tonka's mother?
Yes, somebody called Tonka's mother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
The boards
challenged
did.
the
Okay.
boards.
Tonka's an idiot who said do it.
Was
Okay,
a Southern probably call center, I think.
Yes.
All right. Just as a thing, it's not cool to call someone's parent, man.
To be fair, it wasn't her personal number. It was the number of the car lot that they own.
Okay, it's not cool.
Damn,
It's
man,
not cool to
don't-
call your parents, but you know what's even more uncool? Telling people to call your parents.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
that is
nobody was going to
also
actually do
uncool.
it until he
You don't
challenged
get-
the...
you don't
Yeah, no,
get-
but still, don't bring people's family into shit. That
You're not
you gotta
supposed to,
beef with
but
somebody,
that's what they
take it
do.
on them.
That's the rule,
But
but
don't
again, the
challenge
problem was
anybody
he
to
challenged
do it
the web.
either.
Yeah,
Fair.
that's when you challenge the web, you know exactly what's going to happen.
No, but a goddamn rule book by Trout. That's what he's doing. Everything he's made, every move he's making the last year is a Trout move. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, that's
Look how
because
it's
he's
ended
been
for him.
listening to Trout.
He's
and what
still
Trout-
speaking
Trout's been
with
telling him what to
Trout.
do.
Trout has actually, when that voice call over the
He
fucking
has not learned a
screenshot,
lesson.
Trout fucking appeared before
And
I
Dominic
left.
Pesos was so excited when I...
And who does Trout listen to? Who does Trout listen to? Where's all this shit come from? It's all downhill.
Wait a
It
minute.
comes from the stepfather.
Oh my goodness, are you insinuating that there's perhaps a
A skeptical cabal.
gypsy involved?
I'm just saying. Can we agree on that, Chambers? Don't fuck with people's families. if you got
Everyone
people-
agrees
Okay,
to that,
hold-
but that's
okay,
the problem.
let-
You want
hold on.
nobody can be held accountable because it was nobody who was directly involved. It was a
No, I
rando.
understand.
Okay,
I
let me-
understand. I'm just saying, like, don't call people's family. It's not.
Okay, let me say this. I
Chambers? Okay.
I don't agree with getting family members involved. Now, I've seen Tonka's exes step forward and things like that. Let me tell you something about 8chan, because I have said it before on this fucking channel. If they put their magnifying glass on you, you sit down and you shut the fuck up and you don't fucking do anything as long as it takes for them to get bored of you. You do not go and fucking mess with the boards. You do not try to counterpost, because they delete that shit and they go in full defense mode and they get worse. So, we're not for dragging
Yeah.
family members involved, but if you have the attention of 8chan, sit down, shut the fuck up, mind your business, act like just do your own thing, because they will get bored of you and they will go away. They like milk. Milk is a term for internet drama
Yeah,
and
no,
Let's
juicy
face it,
bits.
he's going to continue to piss them off for
Oh,
a while.
I know. They
Or continue to poke them for a while.
He's pissed them off for quite a while, because him, Failure, and a few others decided to go fuck with the boards a few months back. They're idiots for doing it. No offense to Failure, but that was dumb. I like
Yeah.
Because they weaponize autism is a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
That's why you
kind of
never
the-
poke the autists, and Donga's going to continue to poke the autists, not knowing what's going to happen. Every time he challenges them, they're just going to up it one more.
Because he's getting advice from the big brains, and the big brains don't realize this shit because they think they're smarter than everybody else. When
Yeah, the
everybody
ones that
else
keep
is telling
fucking
them-
over the YouTubers. Yeah, let's listen to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
When every single move you make doesn't work, stop making those moves. But you know what he does instead? He triples down. When you get busted for being a fucking liar, stop lying, because no one's gonna believe you, and it makes you look fucking dumber. And what's he doing instead? Octupling down. This is all Andy's fault. I was peer pressured into the fight. You're the bitch who keeps screaming and crying every chance you get, saying, "Fight me IRL, faggot." Someone takes you up on that offer, and you shit your colostomy bag.
If I keep doing the thing, eventually the thing will change. The outcome will be different if I do it this time, for sure.
Okay, Ichabod,
That
you were
is-
saying.
that is the definition of insanity.
And then
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
It's just like this is the thing, and this is why there are several people in my life I encourage never, ever to be YouTubers. And there's a very good reason for that, because they're shit talkers. And that is something that you learn to do in, be it indie or not, wrestling. You learn to shit talk, because it's a play. And unfortunately, if you get too much in the habit of that, you're going to shit talk the wrong people. And if you're going to boards, let me be blunt, you are shit talking the wrong people. Because it doesn't matter. They don't ever have to see you to fuck with you. God damn it. I am too old for this shit.
I thought it was supposed to be snowing today. I'm a little disappointed.
No, that's the next few days. But let's not be like Tonka and talk about the weather while we were high on Xanax.
Well, it's either that or we have dead air, so...
Well, why else would we?
Oh, and here's the
Okay,
thing.
what's up, Chambers?
Okay, I missed this. Sorry, Miss Steam. There's a lot going on, but I missed this in regards to that screenshot because she is an artist herself. She does do graphic design. She puts they used a wand tool and not very well. My thoughts exactly, because they clipped up way too much. They should have left in the bleed. And she goes, also the icon is too small.
Fight me, Falcon.
So yeah, no, that is
See, if you're gonna
excellent things to point out.
Yeah. You saw the picture that Panda gave us earlier today, right? Even you were like, no, that can't be real.
Oh
That's
yeah.
an example of putting in effort.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that freaked me out. I'm
But
tired.
you seemed like you were kind of freaked out about that one.
But I
because I'm
remind you,
tired.
they're blaming everybody and their mother right now for the leaks.
They're retarded.
Because there's all the leakers. Maybe they should wonder why.
Well, see, another leaker I found out was
I don't
Jagan.
know.
Jagan said because he responded to something by Geek Thulu. Jagan is another leaker, and because he got pissed, he goes, "Oh fuck this," and he started leaking shit too. So it just people are mad. People are going to leak shit. You guys pissed off a lot of people. Both Vamp and Tonka pissed people off. I do not think Vamp is innocent.
One. And there's a third one who was looking directly at
Hang on a sec. Like, with this, like, I gotta give you a little pushback on that, because I don't
No,
think
that's
she
fine,
knew
go
shit,
ahead.
because I don't think Tonka tells her shit.
I guess.
But when it
disagree.
comes down to
She's
it,
the
like,
one.
Hold on. Let Ichabod finish. Hold on. Go ahead, Ichabod.
the
Go
way
ahead.
the way I've seen it, like, Vamp got blindsided by this just as bad, and she's just doing and this might irritate a couple of people, but she's doing the Hillary Clinton thing and standing by her man, even though she knows he fucked.
But I thought failure wasn't there anymore.
God damn it, failure!
Don't be silly.
Oh my god, have you
You're thinking
fucking failure going around apologizing to people?
That's
failure. Failure. Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
understand
Stop.
why failure does that? Because that's what failure is now. Failure was, for the longest time, Tonka's fucking whipping boy. If you didn't notice that, you weren't paying attention.
Let me
Tonka had
tell-
a bad day. He'd take it out on failure, and failure played PR for Tonka.
Problem is, everybody basically whipped failure. When I saw it in the stream I was in with all of them, they were all going after failure, and I felt bad for him. Go watch the stream where I had to play some games with them. I was the only one that suggested failure be Jason, and everyone made fun of him for it until he killed them all.
Let me say something about failure.
This is a video game for nobody who actually
Hey.
cared.
Yeah, it's a video game, guys. He didn't actually kill them all, not yet.
Let me say something about failure. Failure has been given this shit stick. I've actually been exposed to other people because of failure. One of these people that, because of failure, was Magog of Morscar. And I discovered Magog because of failure when Magog was at 256 subs. Failure is, and I can't remember who I was talking with about, failure is a very sensitive guy. Failure just wants to have fun. I'm not calling him stupid or anything like that. Failure has been working on failure. He's been losing weight because I follow him on Twitter, but he's been trying to do his own thing for a while. And from where I can see, he got blindsided by people that were supposed to be his friends. People that were supposed to be, kind of there for him, and so I don't have anything to say bad about failure. He's a bit of a punk when he wants to be, and he's poked the bear a little bit. But no, failure, just from where I stand, failure got fucked over. And now he's just like, you know what, fuck you guys. I'm so tired of this shit. Here's what all really happened. So, like, he revealed that Tonk was paying with EBD cards on Cog's stream. So it's just like, oh, that's not only illegal, but what? So like
I was gonna say, how the hell has he managed to do that one?
I don't know, but that
Not
was what's going on
very
Clock's
well.
stream. So I don't know, but I feel bad for Failure, and I really hope he's able to detach himself completely, because I know him and Failure and AP were talking about doing something together. I actually want to see that get off the ground. AP has
I hope they do.
blossomed into his own thing, which I think is awesome.
Failure is a
But-
good boy. We like Failure. Let's hope he doesn't do this.
AP's
Yes.
good
Falcon,
people.
I agree. I like AP. I was sad to see how everyone treats AP. That's been making me pissed off. Granted, I kind of understand how some people get pissed off at him. I'm like, ooh, okay, that might cause a little bit of a rift between the two of you. That makes some sense now. If you know what I'm referring to.
Yeah,
I think I explained it to you last night, Purity.
yeah. Like
Yeah,
I've dealt with AP a couple of times, and I like AP. He doesn't answer my messages for a while, but I like. But he's also busy with a lot of stuff.
AP
Yes.
has his moment.
Failure is a good boy too. I always used to be able to talk to Failure all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're saying these are all people who have done good, and they always are the first ones that everyone throws under the bus every chance they get.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And
I'm wondering why that is. Is it because they play the gay op and everyone knows that they're so nice? Because the first thing I observed, I was watching the Ralph Retort stream when they first brought up AP being kicked out of the Kumite community, and I'm staring here going, oh, this is going to be another fuck AP thing because he's sucking on... I would assumed they would view him as sucking on Tonka's dick. And instead, do you know what I saw? Nothing but it was just a stream of AP's a good boy. We like AP. AP doesn't deserve that. What the fuck is Tonka doing? I'm like, so wait, everyone in the Ralph Retort knows AP's a good boy. So what the fuck is going on here?
You know, speaking, how long do you figure before we get under one?
None, because I
Like a
don't do
short
gay
bus?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I'm in the
Chambers has an
background
apartment under the bus.
ops. Mhm.
He got chucked under
I
a
don't-
lot during the
People
joy.
could- that's the thing too. I had to teach her that little lesson too. Don't back down when people start chalking shit to you. Don't perform a gay op. Do everything above the board, or at the very least, don't lie when you're doing shit. They can yell and scream at you till they're blue in their fucking face, but if you don't do anything underhanded, they literally have nothing to say. Like the fucking sped who was in chat earlier crying about her leaking the fucking private server. He's like, well, I'll leak your server. Bitch, leak whatever the fuck you want to. There's no gay ops happening here. What are you
Hey.
gonna leak? Fucking Demi
Oh,
crying about his
no,
ex-girlfriend?
No, no.
Okay,
Here,
you got
no,
him.
here's something too. Okay,
Oh my.
hold on.
Jake,
Let me.
hang on.
Hold on. I have rules about my Discord. It was where you can the main hall. I don't care. The open hall. I don't care. Now I do sometimes create rooms for people. Create rooms for people like to talk if they need somewhere private. But then I purge when I leave. But here's my challenge, and I'm a little bit nervous about making this challenge. But I dare you to leak every fucking thing you have access to in my room. I fucking dare you, because not everybody's aware of what's in my server, and there's a reason for it. I dare you, because the thing that you're gonna find is gonna send you fucking running. That's not a
12
joke.
terabytes of horse porn.
No,
No, that's our server.
no, because Nick knows exactly what I'm talking about. Nick has actually, because I actually had to direct Nick over there, but it's just like, that's not a joke, and it's gonna send you fucking running. I fucking dare you. Go ahead. Fucking idiots.
I like the gay op where you look them in the eyes and then you slowly place your arms around their neck and lean in
Chambers, bring
really
him back.
close.
He's an idiot.
Okay, so, alright. Like, this is the thing about Jacob. The boy... He's what... I'm trying to think of the least offensive to Jacob with this. He kind of orbits stuff that he gets a kick out of. And in this particular case, I think he just hasn't come to that realization that Tonka lied to him. That he's just as put out by this as anybody else. He's just... But the guy's not a bad dude. He's just spurging out because
There we
that's
go.
where he is.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know
where
what
he is,
happened
right?
there. No, I have a certain room in there that, like, because I have a traumatic past, I have stuff that I've expressed with poetry and artwork, but then there's two pieces I was not comfortable with exposing everywhere, so I stuck them behind a closed door. So feel free, Jacob.
Yeah. Chambers, you can go in those servers. I'll tell you this, unless someone's really going to dig and be analytical about those photos, they're not going to understand what the fuck those are. So you're pretty much in the safe and
I've got it. It's a penis.
No. But hold on. Ichabod was
Boom.
saying something about
Like one.
Jacob. Sorry. Go ahead and finish, Ichabod, because you were saying something and you got cut off.
The way I look at it, Jacob's a good kid. He's just so polluted by this, and it's fucking frustrating because, like, he's been a fan of my channel, and he's not a bad dude. He's really not.
But, who's Jacob?
But
This-
the dude that was spurging in the chat earlier, he's taken in by this. He is, and like,
Sorry.
he's not a bad dude. That's all I can say. Like, from what I know of him, he's not a bad guy. He's just pissed about the entire situation, and with everybody getting hit and thrown under the bus like they are.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'd be pissed too if I was still sitting in Tonka's server trying to talk to people that never fucking talk to me. To be fair, that's all that Tonka's server is. You go in there, you talk, nobody fucking responds.
It's please
That's why
listen
I
to me,
left.
senpai.
And
Well,
it's
There's one thing I was laughing at because I'm waiting for it because I'm that asshole and I'm just waiting for them to get cocky. I'm in several servers where a lot of the Tonka tribe people are, and they're all mods, and they're all mods in people that they were all talking shit about. I'm waiting to see how much dick they start sucking so they don't get found out as one of the shit talkers, because they're in AP's groups, they're in COG's groups, they're in a lot of groups, and they're all up there, and they all think we're all fucking dumb. And I'm waiting for it. Because I'm sitting here going, pull your fucking gay op. Please. Because that's all you guys have been doing is playing gay ops. Oh, I'm your best friend. I'm your best friend. And then you fucking turn on them. That's all I've been doing. And it's been funny to watch, but it's really annoying.
I dare them to do that in Suit Server. You
we
said
are
that
starting
you
to get close to time.
Oh, that's fine. I don't care about going over this evening. So,
I'm just letting you know.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. But like with Nick, you were telling me that you and Suit spoke and about the situation and his. I love Suit. He pretty much told you to like fuck them if they want to be stupid. Fuck them. I don't care.
Yeah, Suit Server is the craziest thing I've ever witnessed. It breaks the rules of how I think shit should work because it is full of 5 different communities that should be at each other's throats right now, and not one of them is doing shit to the other one right now. It's fucking amazing.
Suit eats people.
If you don't know who I'm talking about, we're talking about Suit Yourself.
Maybe he's magic.
No,
he's an Australian, and I think they're afraid of the word.
Well, it's not that.
You know the word. It's an American word.
Suit Yourself does not like bullshit. He has a lot of medical stuff that he deals with on his own, and he just wants everybody to hang out in their chairs. So when people start doing dumb, he will kick people and he will block them and boot them like no one's business. He do not put up with that shit. He could turn into a cranky old man sometimes. And I love Suit, because he's like snapped out of me and come back and say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm just going through a lot. It's okay, man. It's okay. So, but yeah, he ain't gonna put up with that shit, and everybody knows it. So that's why people are just kind of shutting their mouths, and I love it.
And I feel like there's a small fraction of a lot of people are afraid to lose that element of community. If you got kicked out of Suit Server, unless you're really stupid and you don't realize what you just did, you lose a lot of credibility with a lot of other people.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody understands what I'm talking about.
No, I do.
Because for a lot of people, Suit's neutral ground. As much as Leaf was crying her eyes out at you that night, saying the dump is a neutral territory, and everyone's looking at her saying, what the fuck are you talking about?
The bathroom is a pretty neutral place.
Leaf is a spur.
So as you know, she was declaring something's neutral. Yes, I have learned that because you got to watch her spurg out on a woman, screaming and yelling, calling her a whore, which was funny for me.
No.
Everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking
about? And her
about?
wanting Zoom's head blown off while he live streams. Yeah, she's fucking mental.
Yeah, it's really hard to play the victim card when you're declaring someone's death, but it's Zoom, so no one really cares, though, do they?
They
Not
don't.
really.
People don't like Zoom because he will dig into your shit and call you out on your crap. So it's just like, yeah, you guys can't really.
I hope one day Zoom goes through my trash.
Oh my god!
I thought you were the panda. What happened here?
Hey! They don't need to know that.
Crash Panda.
Oh,
They don't need to know the background info.
You could just change yourself to Sir Clank, but you don't want to do it.
I don't want to do that.
I want to stress something on this because I really want this to be a very big highlight of why I came in, why I'm here.
All right.
because I don't usually do drama shit.
Nope, you don't.
It's boring, and it's uneventful, and it's irritating to me.
I don't know. This has been pretty eventful.
Let him finish.
Like that's the thing. Like this whole fucking part about this, and this is what. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna get into some language here.
You're fine. I've been
But-
cussing. I don't care.
The whole fucking part about this, the biggest unholy slap in the goddamn face that has pissed me off beyond all reason about this is because right now there are people that I could actually genuinely consider at least somewhat of a fucking friend getting hit by this, and Tonka doesn't give a rat's ass about them. And that's the slap in the fucking face. That is the big fat dick punch to end all dick punches, and why, yeah, no, Tonka doesn't get me backing him up again. Never after this. Because he dick punched people that are actually supporting him and still supporting him and still fighting for him. Even though every bit of information shows people that Tonka's the one that done fucked up. There are still people who are loyal enough to sit there and try and defend him because they think of him as a friend, or they think of him as possibly even family on this kind of shit. Somebody that they think care about him, but he doesn't. This is proof, because you notice he's not in our fucking chat. He's not talking to any of the goddamn people who have gone down this. How many fucking streams have been done talking about this? And let me be blunt, on channels bigger than this, channels everywhere, fucking been talking about this guy Tonka shit. Never once has he come to defend the people that he fucked over. He made a half-assed apology and ghosted. And that's the slap in the fucking face here. That is the big fat dick punch. The fact, just absolutely dick over every single person to defend him. And you're goddamn right I include Vamp in that, because she's still trying to defend this shit.
That's what I said. She's not innocent.
This
so
is
she can
all
fuck
a
off too.
slap in the face of anybody who ever gave half of a rat's ass about Tonka. He ghosted them all, fucked them all over, walked. And you expect me, anybody that expects me to sit here and defend Tonka after this, you are goddamn out your fucking... He fucked the fans. That is the only people I really give a shit about in all this altercation. Andy, whatever. He's him. He's bigger than me. He can defend his goddamn self. Ralph, Medicare, fucking Failure, all of them. They're adults. They can be adults. But the fans don't come on. They don't have that opportunity. And that's why I'm sitting here saying right now that they can come on my fucking channel and vent their fucking frustration. Talk about this shit if they need to. Go after whoever the fuck you want, because I do profess neutral ground. But right now, dead set, Tonka is the first person ever, including people who have fucked me over, who are pieces of absolute dog shit, including people who are the worst of the worst, have always been allowed on my stream. But you know what? Tonka is the first man to get a... Your quest is over. Fuck.
Let me say something else about
I've seen more.
the apology video too,
Hello, Doyle.
because I do have a feeling that video is going to disappear. And Tonka Saw age restricted that video. So meaning people couldn't grab it. There were people who were trying to grab a copy of it. I managed to get a copy of it last night with the website, and I helped someone else do it. So the fact that he's trying to keep people from using the apology or even grabbing a copy of it is total and utter bullshit. Because when it was going on, it wasn't age restricted. It became age restricted after the fact, at the request of the user. So, yeah, making it even worse. So I at this point, I think he just needs to go away. I really do. And I did throw him a challenge tonight, and I know I have a bunch of people in here. Had he come in, all these people would have been shoved in the hallway. So it wouldn't feel like a dog pile. It would have just been me and him tonight, but he did not show up, and I didn't think he was going to. Because it's just how much shit you have talked. And then from what I kept hearing this from people for like quite a while, like how much like shit people would talk about me in your server or you or whatnot. And when I first met you, I never got that impression. And I've said this with people multiple times, is you were gentle with me, on Sinatra's stream, on the cunt stream, not this November, but this was like last year, not 2018, 2017. You were a completely different person with me. But when it came to that cunt stream on the Snatchcast, I had two people, one of my viewers, Hey Loyal Logic, walked out of there fucking pissed because he was in the live chat and he left. And then that after call, the other person was just kind of like shocked, going like, what in the actual fuck? So, no, your behavior as of late, and I've backed off a lot of the Kumite stuff. When I started to see shit was going south, and I needed, it's like, nope, back in my own corner, I don't give a fuck. Started to do my own thing. But the last time I actually got to speak with you in stream, it was weird, because you got real touchy with me when I brought up you and Kraut trying to do away with Andy, trying to get him off to rehab or whatever, and I brought it up, and it's like, well, that's kind of fucked up, man, and I can't remember what you said, but I just kind of got quiet, and then you started to make all these fucking jokes about, like, my sex life, dude. I mean, I'm not touching your sex stuff, but you are in no position to talk about mine. I'm a trauma victim, dude. I still have side effects, so you can go fuck yourself right on that, and the after call was fucking horrendous. So, yeah, and the fact that was brought up again by, was it Leaf and Vamp in the Discord server, that fucking spurg out of the goddamn screenshots, that was seriously fucked up. You guys want to scream about privacy and decency? You guys don't fucking have anything. Not once on my own channel with Monday Matt, Sargon, anybody have I brought up their sex life, their fucking fatherhood, their past relationships. Even with Rose Hall fucking screwed me into the ground. Okay? Made me lose a relationship. I didn't even bring up her fucking shit. Because people were talking about going after Jim. Her freaking pothead of a boyfriend, like, I ain't touching that shit with a 9-foot pole. I don't fucking do that. I have my boundaries. As much of an asshole I am, I have my fucking boundaries. I don't pursue certain shit because it's none of my goddamn business. But you people don't give a fuck. And then you guys spurg out like, oh my god, showing this on screen. Your face has been doxxed. The fact that we haven't seen jack shit from you is fucking telling. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh.
Somebody died.
Oh, we lost Purity. She disappeared for too long.
I have Purity's in AFK.
Yeah. Okay, so this is something that's annoying to me having to admit it, because it's an L in my category, but I have to give fucking Quartering the W on this. That Quartering was right. That IBS will fail because it has nothing of substance.
Yeah, I do remember.
Look what happened. It had nothing of substance. It was just, once Medicare found out that they were just faking drama for the most part, he got pissed off, and it was a downhill slide for them. Then they went to Andy, and Andy got tired of dealing with Tonka and Failure's fuckery, so they got pissed off at him for kicking them off his show, and it's been downhill from there. It's just, whenever they get slighted, it becomes a personal fucking offense. They go to war, and if they get any pushback, that's not blood sports, that's Maury Povich.
Yeah.
That's such your American audience who knows that reference.
Well, also,
So I have to give Quartering an apology. If I have to, I will. But he was right. I was right, because I was kind of agreeing with him in the first place, saying IBS won't last anyways, because when you make your entire content train on drama, that will be what kills you. It's the whole live by the sword, die by the sword. If all you have to go on to make content is other people's bullshit, that well dries up. People love drama. Abso-fucking-lutely. They get rock hard on that stuff. But they don't watch just drama. They walk away and watch something else for a while.
Live by the superberry, die by the superberry.
Live by the superberry, die by the oxyberry.
But you see, Nick, you're wrong there. If you've ever met the average housewife, you will find that they do, in fact, subsist only off of drama.
Well, no, I don't.
Well, now Logic's talking about talk and failure. That's really bad when you're telling people that you're going to apologize, and then the next day you throw failure under the bus too.
Well, that is apologizing as far as he's concerned.
Like that was your last friend as far as anyone else knew, which means either A, you're lying again, or B, you're that much of a twat that you'll fuck over the one guy who's always been trying to protect you because he isn't protecting you the way you want. What the hell are you doing?
I think the worst thing about it was that blood sports didn't evolve into its next natural step, which is the actual killing each other IRL, which I was really looking forward to the reopening of the gladiatorial arenas, but it just didn't happen that way. Unfortunately.
Bring back pride fights.
Here's from what I saw of it, because another person that does deserve credit, is Johnny Fox. Johnny Fox was calling this shit from the get-go as well, because me and Johnny Fox talked about this, how it was gonna fall, how it was another tower like the Skeptics, and it was gonna fucking crash and burn. So pretty much the way that I've seen
It was
IBS
another tower, and Tonka was the plane.
Is IBS did do good at first and squash us out. Like I said, the Kumite didn't make saw that I can never take back, because that was when Mia and Joy came together and going, oh my god, we both got played, we both got made to fight for a fucking year, and it screwed over us. It lost her a channel because of the harassment, and then the fucking my channel took a beat anyway. So they did me a solid. So I saw effort as a good thing. I even did a video promoting it, that and Backyard Blood Sports and a few others. And then it was when people were fake fighting, because I had people DMing me, like, well, can you get me on the show with Tonka? I'm like, dude, it's not my show. He helped me clear something up. I'm not gonna just get there and you have to go talk to Tonka. So people are trying to do fake fights or petty fights, and then so Tonka's like not doing this anymore. And I even remember talking with Tonka in DMs like, hey, because he started to do this every single day, it started to where if they had an actual fight, they'd book it and then off it goes. And then it started to happen every single day, and he started to get burned out for it. I'm like, dude, don't do these every day then. Do it once a week. And then he started only bringing big name people. They started to drop all the big names. And then when the shit happened between him and Andy, all the big people kind of fled. And it just kind of trickled down from there to what they had it with Akujin, Leaf, Vamp, and it became like a shell, and just that apology was horrendous. I find it funny that Tonka can't even run the fucking OBS or run a live stream. I saw them going like, what am I staring at? Because I was in the crowd, but I've been shadow banned, so I couldn't fucking say anything. They wouldn't let me say anything. And it's just like, okay. Like, I came like halfway through it. People said that there was like 14 minutes of dead air. And it's just like, dude, what the fuck?
Dead air.
Dead air.
Whoa, Kimosabe.
Oh my god.
We will get you a soundboard set up one day, don't you worry. You enjoy Goodbye Boulders.
Goodbye, Boulders.
Yeah, but it shits on actual Native Americans. They don't deserve that.
They don't deserve it, but they still got it. How'd you get shadow banned by Fisty? That's a question.
Did you speak your mind?
Did you not engage in robust feminist arguments? I'm assuming that's a no. Well, obviously. He plays favors to anybody who sucks the Donga dog. Because I noticed he got a little pissy when he got any pushback. That was an observation I made back with the Bathtub Ross fights. If you weren't 100% agreeing with whatever he said, he got mad at you.
Well,
And by that I mean the I'm going to find you Ross conversation that Medicare's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah, that's something
Nobody knows what I'm referring to, or it's been too long for some.
Are you talking about like with the
I'm not trying to start a fight, Ichabod. If this is a sore subject, I can ease off on it for now.
Say what? I'm sorry, I'm getting about 80,000 messages all at once.
Oh, are you getting inundated because Chambers is a leaker?
Oh no.
To be fair,
I'm more or less getting pot-shotted for the fact that I'm not gonna stick by Tonka on this. I'm going to stick with the fans.
in Chambers' defense, she's not the leaker. She just happened to give me the screenshots, and I gave them to people.
There you go. Regardless, though, when it comes down to it, it's absolutely fucking ridiculous because
Hello, Whispers.
people think I'm gonna walk back, like I'm gonna back down from the position I've held since my fucking channel began, since day goddamn one when I had 1 subscriber. My mom. You think I'm gonna back down from that same position I have continued to fucking hold? I am for the fans.
Ichabod, do you know why they think they can make you change your mind? And this is Nick being big brained right now. They think they can make you change your mind because that's how they operate. They operate under group consensus, not individual thought. If 5 people in a room say it's blue when you stare at something and it's clearly red, they'll agree it's blue, because if 5 people said it's blue, it has to be blue. And I don't ever dare want to be wrong with the big personality I like. It's pure sycophancy is what it is. You're not agreeing with them. So now, why aren't you agreeing with me? Does that mean I'm wrong? Well, that can't be right. That means you're wrong. You need to be corrected. That's how their groupthink works.
I can't be
That's what
wrong, because
Kumite
being
is.
wrong makes me feel unhappy, and that's not something I like, so you must be wrong.
Yeah, if you think you're getting it now, try talking out against somebody bigger, like, the stepfather. Or if you're on the right side, you talk about somebody on the left, talk about them. If you go up against a Splinters or a Kevin Logan, even though it's hilarious to fuck with him.
Oh no, I catch the shit.
Or
because-
a Destiny.
Yeah.
That was a fun experience for me, fucking with Destiny. For 12 hours, they tried fucking harassing me. The problem is, unlike them, I actually know how to shit talk, and they really fucking suck at it. So I would troll back, and they would lose their fucking minds.
But Nick, you don't understand. Destiny is the most badass dude I know. This one time, he
Damn right,
sucked
dog.
dicks for bus fare, and then he walked.
When it comes down to it, the thing that really irritates me about it is that I know Jacob's smart. I know he knows he got ghosted. I know he knows that he's been hit
confused.
on this.
What are we talking about? Oh, him. Right, okay. Sorry, the name threw me off again. But we're talking about somebody else.
He's smarter than this. I know he's smarter than this.
It's the first
ridiculous.
Second stage of grief. You know what the second stage of grief is, right? It's anger. Right now, he's angry. He's going to lash out because he's not to the point where it's bargaining yet. You'll see he'll start coming back saying, "Hey, Chambers, how you doing?" So back, because he's going to enter into bargaining. Then it'll be depression, and then it'll be acceptance. When he realizes what just fucking happened. That's what a lot of the fans are doing. A lot of Kumite fans, the true believers of the Kumite, which those are real people. There are people who truly liked the Kumite long before it got big. I can't fault them for that.
I did.
But everything they knew and liked is a fucking lie.
I did too.
I actually started watching the Kumite because of Failure, and that was before it started getting big. I was watching it because Failure. I'm like, this Failure guy's pretty fucking cool. What the fuck is the Kumite? I'll watch the Kumite.
I came over from Grapple Vision.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was there when the Kumite started. I didn't even know what the fuck it was at first. I was like, oh, it's Jerry Springer. And that was it. That was my entire realization of it. Oh, it's Jerry Springer. I could get on that.
Yeah, but then it just... I think the problem was the fame points. I feel this is maybe giving them an out they don't deserve. They got a little bit of that fame point feeling, and it went to his fucking head, because I never seen someone go prima donna that fucking fast on anybody. The fact that he will unironically, without blinking, say he believes Jim went to him and latched on for fame.
That
I'm sitting here going,
funny.
Jim can live stream without any warning. He can just jump on right fucking now. He'll just start a stream without telling anybody, and he'll have more people watching that stream within 10 minutes than you have total subscribers.
Yep.
But no, believe yourself that he came to you for viewers. When
Jim has that magical talent of being able to just draw a crowd wherever he goes, because somehow he's always right.
Oh, and let me say this too, because the Kumite, I will say,
thank you, Daddy.
I like Jim on the Kumite at first, but here's the thing. Jim was already popular. I come from another community, Tonka. Hold on, I come from another community called the Commentary Community. And with that community, that's like what I've called a starter group on my channel. Where, you have bronies, you have MLPs, you have a mixture of people. It is a low-class commentator group, way below Parsinical, Leafy, Drummel, or whatever. There are literally, and this is because Ed Ray's also in the chat. Ed Ray knows what I'm talking about. I mean this with love. It is a starter group. It's people who don't know how to function or communicate and are still in school and have yet to get out of their parents' house. Like I said, Ed, I mean that with love, nothing to you. But so Medicare has been screwing with DeviantArt, the commentary community, for the longest of time, and dealing into politics and other shit. He's had threads on him for quite a while, and he's been popular for quite a while. Now, when you guys came out to see the Kumite, he was actually still fucking around with the commentary community and is about ready to drop another video until the Kumite exploded. Why? Because I was still floating around the CC, and people were getting pissed scared of Jim not freaking out, but floating around and poking his nose about when the Kumite went boom, and so that drew his tension away. Jim never latched to the Kumite for attention. He latched onto it because, like, oh, hey, this is going to be another shit fire. This looks like fun. I'm going to go on here. That's Jim. Jim don't need to latch on anybody for entertainment or rather for attention or views. He's had them for a while. He's nuked a couple of different channels. And anytime he comes back, all of his subs fill right back up. Oh, God. That's going to be the most fucking arrogant thing I've ever heard.
People don't understand why Jim went... Yeah. Jim went to the Kumite for one reason. It was the one thing he would never be able to get otherwise. Neutral ground. He couldn't have nobody wanted to go to his channel for a debate or an argument like he likes to do.
No.
And he knows if he goes to their channels too often, they'll never go on or they'll just fuck with him too much. It's not worth the hassle. So now you say, hey, you want to debate me? Yeah. Let's go on the Kumite. Well, what's that? It's a stream that just does fight streams. Okay. And you saw what that turned into. It became Jim having a playground because that's what everyone wanted to do. They all wanted to also with him. They wanted to go and Kumite Jim. When have you ever seen that? When do people actively want to fight Jim? They're always afraid of him, which is so funny.
Jim's so scary. Internet man
Jimmy.
bad.
Daddy Jimmy gonna yell at me. He's gonna slap my bottom.
But
I gotcha.
for 3 hours. See if I'll give him another 5.
I think we're all to the point where it's just a shit show that doesn't need to be what it is. It's just too many people are being cancerous, and now they're bitching that they're being cancerous. Or I should say, they got called out to being cancerous.
Yeah.
It just makes me sad. Because then they're going to cry that everybody else is the bad guy. I'm like, no. Nobody did what happened to you. Nobody did this to you, but Jim didn't do shit to you. Jim stopped dealing with you. And you started acting like a jilted lover. That's the one thing I noticed right off the bat, that they started acting like it's all Jim's fault. Anything bad happened on stream, Jim did this to us. I'm like, Jim doesn't even think you people exist right now. He's on the Ralph retort. He doesn't care. He found a new toy. That's all Jim does. Jim looks for things that amuse him. He's like Loki without the gay sex.
Yeah. He stirs the shit pot.
It's a reference for everybody else who wants it.
He knows how to cover his material well. He does it in an entertaining way. He don't get... Okay, that man is like... well, welcome aboard, Miss Steam, so... that man is deathly sick. There's actually been a few scares with Jim from his audience because he's gone ghost and he came back and he had been dealing with medical stuff. So he's deathly sick. He don't give a fucking rat's ass. He's here just to stir shit and light things on fire. And educate while he's doing it.
I can appreciate that. Okay. You want to know my personal issue with Tonka? Tonka, before everyone knew he was a liar, was playing at being mini Jim to me. That's what he was doing. He would start drama, and he would start fucking... it's a move women do. If you ever dealt with a manipulative woman, they'll do shit like this, where they just won't talk to you for a few hours until you start getting antsy, until that you start asking more and more and more, what's wrong, and they'll just look at you dead in the eye and go, nothing, and then walk away. Shit like that. He would just delete everybody off his Twitter just to watch people start begging to get put back on his Twitter. He'd do shit like that and say, I don't fucking care. I don't give a shit about you internet people. And then 10 minutes later, re-invite people he wanted to and say, see, I brought you back into the fold. Doesn't it feel special? He'd do shit like that like once a month. I'm like, that's a fucking weird manipulative behavior. Then the way he would treat certain people, like I have friends. I think most men have friends. If you're not the bottom bitch in the relationship, you know what I'm referring to. Where everyone has that guy they dunk on, but they all love the fuck out of him. Does anybody know what I'm referring to? Most men have this kind of relationship with a guy.
Yeah, I've had a lot of guy friends, and there's
yeah. So there are a lot of guys that we will rip the living hell out of him. But it's in jest. We love the guy. And if he starts to get sad or pissed off about it, we'll say, okay, dude, we're sorry. We'll buy him a beer. We'll get him some food or something. Like, okay, man, we're sorry. We took it too far. There wasn't that kind of joyous fuckery with him. It was like mean-spirited stepfather behavior, if you understand the reference.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't calling you a fucking idiot because he's in a bad mood. He's calling you a fucking idiot because he wants you to feel bad. Because he's just that person right now. He wants you to feel inferior to him. And I'm like, you're playing a dangerous game with these people because a lot of these people are sycophantic. They are on their knees for you. They are eager to make you happy. And your first response to them is, what have you done for me lately? I'm like, ooh. ooh, you're doing some manipulative shit. It's almost like borderline personality disorder. If he was a woman, I'd see it. Because that's the one thing he would do a lot. Did you pay attention when he was doing the Andy streams, when he was on the Andy channel?
No, like I said, I sort of backward because it got too much for me.
Chain number? Okay. Oh, it was just a long chain of me watching behavior, and it just built up and built up for me. The thing he would do all the time on the Andy channel was not show up and then berate him, and then he would berate Andy or Failure, whichever one showed the most concern, about being dramatic bitches. It's like, we have a show you're telling us we need to take seriously, and then you don't show up for the show, and then we ask you where you are, your response is, shut the fuck up, why are you making a big deal out of this? I'm like, that is manipulative, because less than 5 minutes ago you're saying, you better fucking show up, Failure, you better not fuck this up, Failure, we're doing this, we're trying to be professional, Failure, you can't afford to not do the show, Failure, and then 10 minutes later, you just don't respond to your phone calls, you don't answer the phone, you're like, I took a nap. You took a nap 5 minutes before the stream? Shut the fuck up, why are you worried about it? Like,
yeah.
That's fucking manipulation. That's borderline personality disorder behavior. That's just, I'm going to do what I want, and if you dare to question me, I am going to scream and yell at you until you back down. And if you talk back to me, watch the fireworks, because that's the one thing you'll always see with Tonka. If you talked back to him, and you didn't have any fucking fear in your voice, he lost his shit. Which is part of the reason why I feel he really, really hated Zeph. Because Zeph never fucking backed down from his bullshit. Everybody else would always be like, oh, okay, Tonka, yeah, okay. Or, oh, yeah, I understand, Tonka. Zeph would always tell him, shut the fuck up, Tonka. And he would lose his fucking mind. It wasn't just because it was Zeph. Like, everyone's like, oh, he hates Zeph. No. He hates Zeph because Zeph did the thing that makes a borderline personality behavior trigger like a motherfucker. You follow me so far, Chambers?
Yeah,
am I on
no.
a diatribe right now?
No,
You're fine.
I follow you.
So, like, these are all behaviors I've seen. If you had family members like that, you see the behavior and you're like, that's fucking dangerous, because that's the kind of behavior that just makes everybody around you miserable and submissive. And that's not conducive to the kind of thing you want here. Zeph is not a cuck, ooh-woo.
Yeah, see that
You can't be a cuck if you're not actually in a relationship.
Well, here's the thing, too. How much shit they gave Zeph, Tonka, Vamp, and all of them gave Zeph. But now, just like I said, I'm not going to touch relationship stuff. But that stuff coming out, it's just like, hot damn. You know how much shit you gave people? And especially poking at me. Just go fuck yourself for poking at me for that crap. Because, that's a whole nother ball game. That... I was in freaking tears. Like, it's rare when I break down, like, in a video or stream or something, but I was in fucking tears because that shit is fucking embarrassing. That is just something, it's just like, I don't show myself because I respect myself.
And he denied it.
Yeah, no, and he did. And Vamp tried to go, oh, well, it was AP. I was there. No, what you're referring to is the debate me and you had on prostitution, and AP came on and wanted to ask me questions, and this is nothing to AP, I'm just recounting events. Wanted to ask me a question about my sex life and my marriage. I'm like, you DM me that shit first. And he goes, no, then fuck it. Don't ask anything, because I'm not going to answer anything, because I know where this is going. So, and that's one thing that pisses me off, and I've talked about this in my videos, to where if certain people, because a lot of people are showy, a lot of people like to flirt with each other and send people stuff, whether it be jokes or whatever, I don't care. I'm one of the few that don't do it. I don't draw the shit. I don't publicly post anything like that, and so it's just like, no. So, and I get poked and prodded on, and it's just like, that was so, just really uncalled for, and like I said, I never brought up because I didn't want to make an issue of it, but now looking back at it, it's just like, when I questioned him about Kraut and Andy and the situation with that is when he started doing it. Otherwise than that, he had never done that to me before. And then, like, the other night in the server, the voice call, like, the screenshot questioning it, it's just like going, holy fuck, I'm not around here all that much. And to get freaking spooked about me being in the server anyway, because, like, I have screenshots. It was early in the morning, about 7 o'clock in the morning or so, and I'm waiting for my husband to get home from his shift. So I'm sitting there wide awake, and I'm just texting in Discord, and, Here's Tonka all of a sudden like, why is Chambers suddenly in here? And it's just like, what do you mean? I've been in the server for a while. Why are you spooked that I'm even around? And he gets quote unquote spooked. I'm like, dude, it's just
You are
weird.
kind of unassuming.
Because I don't advertise what I fucking do. I usually stay in my goddamn corner, and when I do come up, people somehow get suspicious or freak the fuck out. I don't know. It's just a thing with people have. I'm not a big, bad, scary person. I'm cranky, and I will take a snap at you if you try to fuck with me. But otherwise than that, I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty relaxed. Just don't try to fucking screw with me or try to shit talk me. I've had people try to bring up stuff on Twitter. It's like, well, aren't you a Christian? Aren't you supposed to walk in this way? Dude, I don't hang out at the church anymore. Shove it up your butt. But yeah, I'm quiet, and that's what I've told people. And it's kind of ironic because going back to the Zeph shit, Tonka Saw read a screenshot of mine that I had sent to him in my conversation with Zeph, and was talking about acting like a tough guy and being aggressive and whatnot, how there was no need for it. And I gave a story about my dad, how he doesn't want to be seen as an aggressive guy. Neither does my husband. And he read that on stream, and it was my response to Zeph. But the fact that he read it now, looking back at everything, it's like he done the exact same fucking thing, but he had nothing to back it. You act all tough and aggressive, but then when push comes to shove, you fucking turtle and you hightail it and run. I don't think we're gonna see him around. I'm going to be surprised if he starts poking his head around, or if something goes back up on the Tonka Saw channel, but I think he's done. I don't think he's coming back around.
He won't leave, though. I don't think it's going to be a slow death. I don't think his ego will allow him to not stream anymore, if that makes any sense. Something like that happened to me with Joaquin. Jeff, what are you talking about exactly? Tell us more. I'm curious. But no, like, Tonka ain't going to go around. He's not going to leave. He's gonna whittle away and have a stream that has like 5 viewers and then nothing. He won't go away on his own. He's gonna be that. He's gonna be the ghost of the. He's gonna be the ghost of the Wounded Knee tribe.
Honestly, it just Zoom is gonna go down there and physically meet him. There's people who are going to physically meet him. I don't think he's staying around. And I'm not saying that as a threat. Zoom's documentary is within GoFundMe guidelines. People are committed to doing this shit. So it's just like, dude, you done fucked yourself. You had your mom dragged into this. Like, if people were threatening with my family or whatnot, like, Colin's like, no, just leave my family out of it. But even then, I know when to back down. God, this shit is so irritating. Tell me, Jokum.
Jokum.
I don't know how to pronounce the name, so.
Joachim.
He used to run the backyard Blood Sports.
Oh, that's where the name's familiar.
Mm-hmm. And he was supposedly the biggest donor to the Kumite, from what I've been told. Okay, so that has been our thing for tonight. Like I said, there is a lot going on. There is more shit. Expect this to go on for the next month or so, because there is more shit going on. The Kumite was around for over a year, guys. Over a year, so this is not going away anytime soon. Like I said, I posted a link to the Salt Miner streamy. That is not me. That is somebody else. Somebody else streamed the Discord, not me. So, and once again, because we had me, Ichabod, we had Panda, we had Purity. She loves you, by the way. She told me to say that. She had to bounce up because she was sick. We had Stalin, we had Nick Minuteman. I believe I got everybody. But yeah, so this is not a usual thing for my channel. We do cover drama here and there, but yeah. So keep an eye out on my Twitter, because I'm supposed to be letting know when Salt Miner is going to stream, and I will be posting that on my Twitter when and if it happens. But yeah, this is kind of messed up. And once again, to Thrax Scabrels, I'm not going to protect you. Quit writing your freaking content. I'm sure there's minor roleplay in there. And the fact that the Kumite people are even protecting you, number one, grow a thicker skin, dude. Because I've seen you poke and, like, start shit and then you will cry about it and block people, quit poking at Jim. You are fucking stupid for poking at Jim. If you start shit with Jim, because I've seen with many other people, he is going to shine a big old spotlight on you. And it's going to cause his fans, he's not responsible for his fans, but he's going to cause people to fucking dig. And by God, people dug. So, yeah. Learn to operate on the internet better. I'm not going to protect you. I don't care. The fact that you even wrote that shit, I didn't even know about that crap. I've been nice to you. I've been pleasant with you. But that, no. I don't protect people writing that shit. I really don't. And those screenshots, if anything, you outed yourself. Vamp Candy kind of like bitched at me about people harassing you because I released screenshots. No, dude. You outed yourself. You got yourself the spotlight. Congratulations. Enjoy it. The Jacob kid, Ichabod says you're a good kid and probably just pissed off and lashing out on me. A lot of people are. But if you just, once again, challenge to you. I fucking dare you to freaking expose everything in my Discord. I don't have anything to hide. There is something behind a not safe for work door, but it's not that type of not for safe room. So, anyway, I've ranted enough. I'm sick. I didn't realize this fell on my sister's birthday, so it did. But you guys have a nice night. Thank you for coming out. I know we had some of the Purity crowd, some of the Minutemen crowd, some of the Rebelin stuff people. So thank you guys. Appreciate her coming on because she's sick too. And just, you know, watch everything that comes out. Like I said, I used to like Tonka Saw. I found him gentle. I found him just very respectable at the time. And it's just like, oh, yay. But anyway, let me see if there's any last comments. Gundog. Oh no, yeah, you missed the show, dude. But anyway, have a nice night, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.